I don't hear that energy at all. Weekend energy. Good morning. Awesome. So we have, today is a very special day. We have Atlassians in house. We have people who have come all the way from Japan and Sydney. So I think this is going to be a very special day for the Atlassian community, Bangalore. And with this, as usual, I'm Girish, and I'm one of the co-leads of Atlassian Community Bangalore. And I'm going to quickly run through what's Atlassian Community about and how you can join this group and a little more details about our Atlassian community. So here's the agenda for today. So we have our introduction, then we have a very special icebreaker session. I'm sure you have not seen this before, and this will be one of the first experiences, life experiences that you're going to experience, especially on the ice-breaking session, knowing each other. And then we'll have a quick coffee break, about 10 minutes. And then we'll start with today's key session, which is a retrospective on Agile. And then we have Unleash Your True Potential, a session on Atlassian certifications. And we have a lunch. And then we have another session, which is Mastering Essential Skills for Atlassian admins and professionals. And then we have a musical session, which is by the Vamos. And that's a very special session again. So if you ask me who are the musicians, you all are musicians. And you want to experience how that's going to look like, then you have to stay till the end. With this note, so we are the largest Atlassian community in the APAC region. Does anybody know about our number? 24? Were you here yesterday when we were checking the slides? No, okay. Okay, I mean, you are very close. So it's 2415. And please, let's get a big round of applause. And I also should mention Tamanna here. She's the community manager. She's the driving force behind the entire APAC community. So there's Tamanna. Another round of applause for her. And here are the co-leaders of Atlassian community. Vishnu, he's out there. I think everyone must have met Vishnu when you were entering, because he's the one who is checking you in there. And then there is Nagaraj. Where's Nagaraj? I think even he is outside trying to coordinate. And then it's me, Girish. So I think he's giving you a cue to clap by putting on those music. Thanks, Prabhu. So, yeah, I'm talking about a WhatsApp group. We run a WhatsApp group, and this group is only for SOS. Again, I'm repeating this statement every event. I know there is a little delay on adding these people, because every time we do an event, we have about 30, 40 people sending emails to add you to the group. And WhatsApp is not that user-friendly. I should first add you as my contact and then add you to the group. So yeah, if you would like to join our WhatsApp group, you can send an email to bangalore_India@atlassiancommunity.com. And do mention your email, do mention your phone number and your company name when you send us the request to join the WhatsApp group. There are people who have sent us requests, but you have not mentioned your phone numbers. So this is just a reminder, WhatsApp only works on your mobile numbers. And with this now, I would like to quickly do an icebreaker session. And I would like to invite the WAM team, Mr. Timmy. Yeah, welcome.
Okay, we are here. We just want you guys to have fun. We are from Team WAM, and we are doing this as a part of our one of our workshop programs. And what we do is we want you to become children again. Because I think childhood was the best time of our lives. As? Yeah? How many of you agree with that? Yeah. Give me a yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is just enjoy ourselves, sing, get to know one another, and literally break the ice. I know we are sitting in groups that you are known to or you are your friends' groups, but through the course of today and through the course of this one, we want you to engage with each other, engage with different groups, get to know each other, get to know a lot of more people. So our volunteers will come around now and hand you over very small instruments with which you will join us as we sing. Yeah, so take your pick an instrument, everybody has music in them, you agree? Yes. Now, what we are going to do is bring that music out of you. So, pick an instrument. These are called shakers. Very simple, the simplest form of instruments. Yeah? Can you give me a shaker here, please? I quickly show them how it's done. Okay. Can you pick up, how many of you have your shakers? Yeah, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so now, as the song, or how the beat of the song goes, you have to match the beat of the song with the shaking, yeah? Okay. Let's start with something that we all know. Hindi. Give me a shout out for Hindi. English. Oh, okay. Wow, I like that. Okay, this is a song that's going to let all your frustration out. Okay, so I want you to sing it loud, feel the song, feel the energy, and do it. The words are there. Ready? Even I need to see the words. There.
All right, everybody, let's clap our hands.
सारी उम्र हम मर मर के जी लिए एक पल तो अब हमें जीने दो सारी उम्र हम मर मर के जी लिए एक पल तो अब हमें जीने दो ना 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 give me some sunshine, give me some rain, give me another chance. I wanna grow up once again. Give me some sunshine, give me some rain, give me another chance. I wanna grow up once again. One more time, from the beginning. सारी उम्र हम मर मर के I can't hear you. एक पल तो अब हमें जीने दो Yes, exactly. Sing it to your bosses.
मर मर के जी लिए एक पल तो अब हमें जीने दो ना 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 come on guys, sing it out. Na 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 na. Give me some sunshine, give me some rain, give me another chance. I wanna grow up once again. Give me some sunshine, give me some rain, give me another chance. I wanna grow up once again.
Okay, now you don't need words to do this part. I want to hear you scream this part, yeah? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Do it with me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Give me some sunshine.
Where are the shakers?
Give me
Lift them
some
up.
rain. Give me once again.
Okay, you started having fun? Yeah. Okay, now this is the time that you really let yourself go. Okay, let's try one more song. This one is, you can't sing the song sitting down. So you'll have to stand, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not, but yeah, you guys have to stand. So let's do this. This involves you moving your hands and legs. Ready?
Please stand up.
Yeah, please stand up.
Please.
Okay, this is kind of our company song. It's a theme song for every event that we go to. Ready?
Yes.
It's a very simple song. You can follow the song, follow the actions. You'll learn it very, very quickly. Vamos.
Vamos. It's a beautiful
Day, vamos. Keep the troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go. No worry, no care, vamos. It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go. No worry, no care.
Okay. Anna, can I teach them the actions?
Yes, please.
All right, everybody, can you please follow me for the actions? Ready? Okay, the first action is vamos. All right, simple. Okay, everybody has to shake their hip. Ready? 1, 2, 3, vamos.
It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go. No worry, no care,
Okay.
vamos. It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go. No worry, no care.
Okay, so that's the action. Let's go. No worry, no care. Ready? Shall we try those 4 lines again? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Vamos. It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go. No worry, no care.
All right. So second paragraph says, shake that hand. Come on, shake that hand. So you need to turn to your neighbor and
Shake the
Hopefully
Shake
the
that
neighbor
hand.
is not your friend. Try and find a person
Okay.
who you don't know, shake their hand and know that person.
all right. Go shake a random person's hand. Ready? All right. So the line says, shake the hand. Come on, shake that hand. Jump up high, right where you stand. You move to the left. You move to the right. Let's go. Feels great to be alive. Simple. Shall we try it from the top? Ready? 1, 2. Come on. Vamos.
It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go.
Yeah.
No worry,
Shake the hand. Come on.
Shake the hand, come on, shake that hand. Jump up high, right where you stand. You move to the left, you move to the right, let's go.
Come on.
Feels great to be alive, vamos. It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Let's go. No worry, no care.
All right. The last paragraph says, tap your feet. Come on, tap your feet. Come on, boys. It's time for us to show our sneakers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, ready? Tap your feet. Come on. Tap those feet. Give a high five. It's lovely to meet. Okay? Move those hips. Come on, shake that thing. Let's go. Come on, shout and sing. The last line, okay? Come on, shout and sing. All right? Shall we try the third paragraph together? 1, 2, 3, go.
Tap those feet, come on, tap those feet.
Give a high five.
Give a high five,
Hey,
love
Anna,
it
one
to
minute.
me.
High five not to me, to your neighbor. Everybody's air high five randomly. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Tap those feet, come on, tap those feet.
High five.
Give a high five, it's lovely to me. Move your hips, now shake that thing, let's go.
Shout. Come on, shout and sing.
vamos. It's a beautiful day, vamos. Keep your troubles at bay, vamos. Lift your hands in the air, let's go.
Don't worry, don't care. Woo! Big round of applause to yourself, guys. Come on.
Yeah, now I feel the energy. Way to go. Okay, let's do one more familiar song. But before we do that, what is the tagline for the Atlassian community? Yes. Girish, they know that, no? Own tagline, okay. But I think I read in the community portal, it's unleash your true potential. Unleash your team's potential, right? So what we want you to do is, at your tables, at your wherever you are, at your places, if you can call a small group in those pads or those name pads, or our volunteers will hand out some sheets to you. We want you to write one line of what unleash your team's potential means to you. Yeah? And then we will have a surprise for you in the afternoon, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, but we want you to write a couple of lines, a few lines, as and when. What do you feel like you can discuss amongst yourself, right? Just a few lines of what unleash your team's potential means to you. Okay? Okay, let's sing this one. You stand by me. Okay, this one's also a very familiar song, yeah? No sitting. No sitting, no more sitting. Okay, I don't see those shakers up, and those, I can't hear those bongos, those tambourines. I need you guys to just do, yes, yes, louder. Thank you. While we're singing.
Okay, guys, this is a familiar song. I want you all to join with me and sing. Ready? All right. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
I can't hear you, one more time.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
I can't hear you, come on. This. Just do that one line for me. So darling,
Darling, stand by me.
No, you're not even sitting down by the guy. Yeah? Come on, I'm asking you to stand and you're like, lovely, 1, 2, 3, go.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should tumble to the sea,
Let's see you wave your hand.
I won't cry, I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. Come on, guys. So darling, darling, stand by me.
Yeah,
Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
One more time.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me.
Yeah? Okay, no, we need some more energy in this room. So now you're going to get to pick a song, yeah? You're going to get to pick a song. You want to do Hindi? Kannada? Kannada? Yeah! Telugu. There's a lone voice saying Telugu. I love it. Okay. This one everyone knows, yeah? Wild Kenny. Do you know this one? Yeah? No? You would have heard this, yeah. Munjane.
Manjal.
No? How many of you don't know this song? Oh,
no.
too many. Then this one, do you all know this one? You know this? No? Oh, then Kannada. Who said Kannada? Oh, that group there was the loudest saying Kannada. Okay. Hindi? Ah, okay. Hindi. Yeah, this one you all know? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll come there, we'll get to that.
इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाब में दिन को से चल बनाए आशिया. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाब में दिन को से चल बनाए आशिया. दबे दबे बाहों से आया होले होले जिंदगी. होठों पे उंगली चढ़ा के हम ताले लगा के चल कुसुम तारे चुप के आले 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 बाहों में. आजा दिल के ये जमीन, थोड़ा सा मेरा भी होगा, थोड़ा मेरा भी होगा अपना आशिया. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, इतना सा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाब के झंडे चल बनाए आशिया.
Okay, now I think you'll have to move your hands a little more. So let's do the English one. Don't worry. You know that one? No, not the don't worry, be happy. This is a slightly different one. Bob Marley, have you ever heard of Bob Marley? Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do one Bob Marley. You'll have to teach them the actions before they sing the song. Go on. Singing, don't worry
About a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, okay, the actions for this goes like this. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Simple. Boys are like, bro, what complicated steps these are. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Follow me. 1, 2, 3. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Ready? Yeah. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Scream. Ready? Singing, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Okay. One problem, Anna. If they're ready, if they're doing the action, they're not singing. If they're singing, they're not doing the action.
Come on, yeah.
All right. Shall we try that together again? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah. Ready? Singing, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Say,
You. What's the message?
check.
Yeah, singing, don't worry about a thing.
Come on, guys, snap. Ready? Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Again, move. Singing, don't worry, snap.
About
Snap.
a thing. I guess you guys are a little tired now. You can sit down wherever in your places. So I hope you all are writing down what we had asked you to write. At the end of this session, our volunteers will come and collect those lines from you. So you want to take a couple of lines. What the theme, unleashing your team's potential, means to you as a team of wherever you are sitting. Yeah? So quickly, while you're at it, we want to do a quick trivia quiz, and we're not going to split you into groups, but we're going to do it one. This is one team, table 1, table 2, table 3. Each table is one team. That entire section is one team. This entire middle section is one team, and that entire section is one team. So whoever gets it, if you know the answer, put your hand up. Don't scream. Yeah? So this is just going to be going to test your music knowledge a little. Yeah? Are we ready? Team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? Okay. Kenny. Guess the song. If you know the answer, put your hand up. Yes, okay. First hand that came up was person in red. Joanna, can you take the mic there? Yeah.
Rob.
सूरज हुआ मध्यम चांद जलने
Woo, that's the right answer.
Yeah, give her a big round of applause. And volunteers, you'll have to give her the chocolate, yeah? Now, I said we are going to become children again, so you got to get excited by the chocolate that you get, huh? Okay. Now, whoever says the answer also has to sing the song. Come on, give it to her. Nah, it's okay. We'll all stay. Don't worry. Suraj.
सूरज हुआ मध्यम चांद जलने लगा आसमां के
Join her.
यूं पिघलने लगा जमीन चलने लगी
Okay.
Thank you.
Big round of applause to them.
Next one, quickly. If you know the answer, put your hand up.
Okay, the next one.
Okay.
Auntie G, get up and dance.
Woo, that's the right answer.
You gotta sing the song, yeah.
I don't remember the.
Okay, maybe just that line. Auntie G.
Auntie G, get up and dance.
Next.
Okay, the next one. Oh my God, it's a max equation formula.
No?
Nobody? Any guesses? It's okay. Hint. Hindi. It's still a Hindi song. Okay.
There. We have one person whose hand is up. Yeah, there.
मेरे हाथों में नौ चूड़ियां है.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
Yeah, you have to sing it. You have to sing it. Bro, it's okay. I know you don't have no chudia on your hand. You can't sing, it's okay. Sing it, say it with...
Okay, fine. But he wants to sing.
Yeah, okay, sing. मेरे हाथों
में नौ चूड़ियां है.
What excitement.
Okay, big round of applause.
One more.
Okay, the next one.
Oh, okay, this one's too common. Yeah. Kelly, come on.
Very common. Okay.
No chocolates for this.
Okay, this one. Oh.
Put your hand up if you know it. Okay, there, the first one that went up there. Check shirt. Please say your name and sing the song.
वैशाख here.
Okay.
And it is तूने मारी एंट्री दिल में बजी घंटी.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Sing it.
तूने मारी एंट्री दिल में बजी घंटी आए टन 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 टन.
Wonderful,
Lovely,
wonderful.
lovely. One last one. This is the last one. Last one. No. Who put up
There's
the hand?
one person there.
Okay. Mike there, please.
Aur one.
एक निकुंज हियर एक मैं और एक तुम
Sing it, please. Sing it. Your name.
एक मैं और एक तू
No. Wrong answer, Nambi.
दोनों मिले इस तरह.
I heard one person, yes. But yeah, very similar. I get it. Yeah.
Hi Vikas here. I'll just give a try. Like,
Okay.
it's like मैं तेरा boyfriend, something like that. मैं तेरा boyfriend, तू मेरी girlfriend.
Wonderful. That's the right answer. It's
yeah.
मैं तेरा boyfriend, तू मेरी girlfriend.
Sing it, please. Sing it.
Sing it.
मैं तेरा boyfriend, तू मेरी girlfriend. वो मैनू कहंदी ना 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 ना.
Na. Okay. Big round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. You've been such a lovely bunch of people. Okay, we are not done yet, so we're going to come back in the afternoon and do some more fun activities and some fun stuff with you guys. I hope you guys have a great day of learning, of fun, yeah, basically. And our volunteers are going to come around now and collect those sheets of what you have written, and we'll see you back in the afternoon. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Can I hear a yeah? Yeah. Can I hear a yeah? That's it. Thank you.
Now it's time for tea break. So let's quickly take a break for 10 minutes. And let's get back for an exciting session on Agile, retrospective on Agile. Jason Wong, who is Senior Principal Product Manager at Atlassian. So please give a big round of applause for Jason Wong.
Wow, good morning, Bangalore. This is amazing. This has to be the biggest Atlassian user group I've ever presented in front of. It's really a gorgeous event, and really want to say thanks to Vishnu, Giresh, and Nagaraju for putting this on. This is, I feel very grateful to be able to come here and speak to you while I've been spending the week here in Bangalore with my team. How many of us work in an agile way? How much would you say you're doing? Yeah? Awesome, okay. Hopefully today what I want to do is take us through a bit of a review of Agile and hopefully give you some ideas or thoughts to spark ways that we're all trying to achieve, which is to find better ways of working. So I am based in Sydney, Australia. This is my family over here. Wife, 3 kids. My wife is from Japan. I actually met a few people from the Tokyo user group who are actually going to be presenting here today. And all these things happen to get us together to be able to do this community event today. Myself, my family background is Malaysian Chinese. So I was born in the city of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, but we moved to Australia when I was 1, and I've pretty much been there since. So I've been with Atlassian for 10 years. I'm currently in the cloud migrations team. I've been doing that for about 5 years. As we get into more motions, I've been taking on the role of our data transformation part of the cloud migration. Probably a talk for another day. Today's topic, the Retro and Agile, comes from the first 5 years of my career at Atlassian, where I was lead product manager for Jira Agile. Has anyone used Jira Agile? Wow. Thank you for using us through all the years. You probably know that this product came from an acquisition that we made of a marketplace app called Greenhopper, and that added Agile features on top of the Jira Bug Tracker. We rebranded it into Jira Agile and kept working on it, and that is now what is known as Jira Software. We built that. The Agile revolution took over the world, and achieved this position in the market where we're the #1 tool for Agile teams. When we built this product, we took this philosophy that every individual is different, every team is different. You've got different markets, different products you're building, different skills, different culture, and so every team is different. And we really tried to build as much customizability as we could into there, so that you can take advantage of that. And we've seen many customer stories where they've done things like fine-tune their workflows, their fields, and everything to really get and find that better way of working. If you ever come to our office in Bangalore, you'll also see some other customer stories in the lobby there. Also we've got Jason, the other Jason, and Gen, who will be presenting later today. But to start the Retro and Agile, I'd like us to take us to our other office, which is our Yokohama office in Japan, because Agile is often seen to having some of its roots come from Japan back in the day, and the year was 1986. I think back then there was like the Sony Walkman was the big thing, right? All these things coming out, and they wrote this paper, Professors Nonaka Takeuchi, about the new product development game. How the companies over there tend to be, catching up very quickly. They came from behind, and developing great quality products innovatively very quickly, almost in this sort of overlapping iterative fashion, similar to the game of rugby. I've always wondered why this didn't really go big in the software industry in Japan. Obviously very big in the durable goods market. Japan very good at making those things. In the software world, it wasn't until this event here in 2001 at a ski resort in Utah, where a number of eminent software developers came together and created the Agile Manifesto. Does everyone know the Agile Manifesto? We'll go through that today. So the Retro and Agile came from a idea we had about, well, we build Jira Agile, Jira software to help teams, work in an agile way. Why not run a Retro and Agile to ask people about what has worked, what hasn't worked, ideas for improvement, so that we can use that as a baseline to build our roadmaps and try and help you be more successful with Agile with our product Jira software. Everyone, you're probably familiar with the format of a retro, right? You want to know what's, come together as a team, talk about what is working, what's not working, ideas for improvement. And so we applied that directly here to this campaign, asking people, what they've, through their experience, ideas for improvement with Agile itself. So we started at the world's largest web conference, Web Summit in Lisbon, Portugal. We put up this big wallboard and asked, and people just came along and they started contributing to this Retro and Agile. Some really amazing discussions to be had around there, very controversial, spicy things, which is great. We wanted to hear that. Obviously, a lot of comments about Jira as well, which is sort of what we're looking for, right? We're trying to get that alignment with what customers want. We also then took it to the Twitter sphere. It's probably, how would you call that these days? X sphere probably wouldn't work, but the Twitter sphere. So we take this a bit more global, right? We wanted to engage the global Agile community. Over 3,000 tweets from opinion leaders contributing to the Retro. There are so many different topics we could talk about the Retro and Agile, but these three are the ones that I feel had most interest in terms of the kind of things that people wrote, as well as some ideas that I can maybe share with you from how Atlassian teams work. So a big one was about Agile losing its meaning. So different, if the meaning isn't really well understood, or we have a different understanding of it within the team, and the team outside of the team distorts a lot of things, and we have some problems from that. A lot of questions or thoughts about ideas for continuous improvement, which is great to see. That's sort of the Agile spirit. And then also concerns about team health. So a lot of worries about, story point, velocity, cycle times and those things, and how that impacts how teams can work in an Agile way. Now, the first two can be solved with education and experience. The third one's a bit harder, right? It's pretty much about culture, but I'll do my best to try and give us some thoughts as to what we can try and do to address these. So to unpack and take us through the Retro and Agile, I'm going to base most of this presentation on the Agile Manifesto itself. How many certified Scrum Masters do we have here? Certified product owners? Cool, all right. So the Agile Manifesto is essentially these 4 principles. This is pretty much what Agile is. Essentially it's using these, principles to help you make decisions about how you work with your team. So responding to change over following a plan, working software over comprehensive documentation, individuals and interactions over processes and tools, and customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Now, what tends to happen is we forget that there's actually, they're trade-off sliders, right? So there's stuff on we prefer the stuff on the left to the stuff on the right, but very often the stuff on the right's forgotten. And you'll see it in kind of like jokes, for example, in this principle here, where people sort of see Agile as this thing that is, it doesn't have a strategy. We're just iterating, and so this joke here where they're saying, oh, we didn't have a strategy. We kept changing our minds. We failed repeatedly. Let's just tell management we're being agile. So it became a bit of a joke, a bit of an excuse. But I can tell you, Agile is absolutely not about just doing things randomly. You do commit to things. On the flip side, this is sort of a stakeholder example. On the flip side, inside of the teams, I've always had this kind of weird debate where teams are saying, we don't ship to dates, Jace, we're agile. And again, it feels like for some reason there's this misunderstanding that agile doesn't commit when we absolutely do. So again, responding to change over following a plan, but you absolutely still want to have a plan there, right, and commit to things. Because if you don't actually get to shipping anything into the customer, you don't get that feedback, and you don't really progress in a great way. You do this, which is pretty much, you go dark, right, which is the number one rule not to do in software development, right? You need to be responding to your customers. And every time you go speak to a customer or do an interview, you're going to talk about how you can help them, and there's certain promises you make, and if you do this, it's not going to help. So thinking about something that can give us some hope or promise, I think I saw this building came to mind. Does anyone know this building here? It's in Barcelona, Spain. It's the Sagrada Familia. So unconventional sort of example, right? It's coming from the building industry, not known to be agile. Well, this building actually started construction in 1882, and it's still not finished. It's still going. I visited there 20 years ago, and they said, oh, it'll be finished in 20 years. I went there again recently, and they said, still not finished, it'll be another 20 years. But the real thing here is it's, according to TripAdvisor, it's the world's most visited building. So it's probably the most successful building out there, yet it's not complete. And it sort of has that agile mindset, I think, in there of being always shipping and always just being there, and it's made it very, very successful. So I always think about how we can do that, but also you want to be putting things under real day-to-day situations, right, where the government or the customer can feel and experience the software, not in a lab, but using it every day. A friend of mine from Facebook back in the day told me of a story where they had 2G day. So, back at the headquarters there, everyone's got big screens, retina displays, fibre, and they had 2G days to remind the entire workforce there that we have customers who don't have good connection, smaller devices, and making sure that we're optimizing for real life situations. And you can see how successful that company's been. So in order to be able to do this, you need to be in a position of working software. So let's move on to the next principle. And to talk about this principle, I'd like to introduce you to the CloudX team, who build features in our identity platform, things like login. And this team is challenged very often to hit dates. They're just not negotiable. There's compliance, legal requirements, and these sort of things. So this story is brought to you by their team lead, Mr. Aman King, sitting on the front right. And he was under a lot of pressure to get something done by a certain date. And so he told me that he really had to be bold here and tell the stakeholders are always asking you, hey, when are you going to deliver this? Tell me when, right from day zero, right? And he said, I just don't know. It's very hard to know how we're going to get under this code base. So what he did here was just get teams putting post-it notes of what they're working on. He asked them to spike, just get experience with what's going on here, get familiar with the changes, and whoever's working on that were, I guess, represented by the sharks. But after a few weeks, you can see they're starting to form what looks like a plan. You can see the shape taking place here with sprints, tracks, and on the far right, absolutely, you've got dates here, right? So they're having to try and figure that out, how can they do this? But now they've built that confidence and experience, they're going to come back and tighten up their plan. Now, they were gaining so much confidence, they started doing things like this, putting up a wallboard in the game of Pokemon Go. Does everyone like that game? Everyone play that? So what this is showing is now that wallboard transformed into this set of paths. So each of the issues there lining up towards each of the Pokemon monsters, their epics or milestones. And then you'll see where the paths meet their hard dependencies. So if you don't finish those two paths where they meet, you can't get going forward. And then when they actually got to that part of the path, they would grab a Pokeball, and I think that's in the game where you catch a monster, and be sure that the team celebrated that win as they made their way towards the goal. Now on the far right, they've got this flowing stream, which is what they called Credo, and this is the team always As soon as they know there's a risk or something that needs to happen in order to be able to be in a shippable state to cloud, they would put that up there to ensure that they don't get blocked. So a really good story of the team then actually sort of mixing a bit of fun as well as being very good at planning as well as in working in an agile way. They kept going with this. So the next game the team was excited about was Lemmings. Everyone's played Lemmings where the little things fall off the cliff. And then climate change, big topic as well. So another time they decided to create a wallboard around climate change. But again, the story here with CloudX is to be always getting to that position of working software. And so that's why most of the great agile teams I've seen would say that their best measure of progress is working software. Not your burn down charts, not your cycle times. It's that working software in customers' hands where you're getting real feedback. Next one is individuals' interactions over process and tools. This is my personal favorite. From the Retro and Agile, we've got Jackie here saying, I wish more companies and people understood that Agile can be other methodologies besides Scrum. And I think that's probably the biggest misunderstanding with Agile, that Agile is actually not Scrum. Agile is not a process. It's very spiritual, right? It's actually you be Agile, you don't do Agile. So where Scrum comes into it, again, it came from that story from the professors from Japan about the overlapping iterations. And so, yes, Agile does love iterative product development. This is a blueprint for the game of rugby. And so why Scrum is useful is it does get you into the ceremonies of playing the game iteratively, right? Get into your weekly sprints, or bi-weekly, whatever your cadence is, and you can reset your priority, right? So you get into that, trying to get into feedback loops, writing customer stories that are customer value, not just tasks, and your ceremonies like retrospectives. So the thing is, once you've got a clear game, you can come together and have a good time and play the game in a meaningful way. Start trying different tactics, strategies to try and affect that outcome, that win, or that better way of playing the game. Now, if we change that game to a different one, this is a blueprint for a game we play in Australia, in the state of Victoria. Does anyone know what this game is? This is what it looks like on the field. Probably don't, right? It's called Australian rules football. So you play with an oval ball. It is a contact sport. It's played on a cricket field. So this is the winter game that is played on when we don't play cricket in the winter. But getting back to this story, like we don't really know how to play this game, right? So if we try to get a game of AFL going right now, it's not going to be. It's going to take us a while to get good at it. Obviously, here in India, right, we know how to play the game of cricket, and so we can come together and start having a good game. And if you do get the chance to visit our office in Bangalore, we've got some cricket nets, so be sure to come and have a bat and bowl. But if we started with a game we're unfamiliar with, we're starting right at the bottom of the team formation curve. Is everyone familiar with this concept? Tuckman's team performance curve. So the observation, when a team comes together, they'll go through these stages. And so if we pick a game like AFL, we're going to have to start right from the bottom. We don't know the rules, let alone tactics and good teamwork. Getting back to software development, Scrum, though, is the world's most widely known agile methodology, right? So most people will be familiar and trained with that as you go through your Scrum certification, those things, right? So it allows us to start much further up the curve, knowing how to play the game together. So Scrum is a great starting point, but as with all teams, you have to adjust it to your particular situation, products, culture, markets, right? And then you want to be running your retrospectives and doing so with conviction and commitment to actually actioning on what you come together as a team and agree you want to change to improve your ways of working. And so what happens is you'll go through this. You will find problems, right? We all struggle, and it's natural to come together. Everyone's different, all right? And we're trying to work together as a team. And we'll find things that we can improve on. Go down a little bit as we try and norm, but really what you want to be doing is following through and tweaking that to find your best way of working. And that's the way that we see that you move towards higher performance. And so another big misunderstanding is there's always this battle of different methodologies, right? And so I think Agile came in and blew waterfall away for many reasons. And there's always these, I guess, discussions about, is it the good guy versus the bad guy? Are you an Agile person or a waterfall person? But I want to bring us back to this principle here, which is individuals' interactions over processes and tools. So really, Agile is sort of encouraging us to not get stuck on methodologies, this kind of thing where we take sides. Unfortunately, Agile's name is part of its own problem, right? It's probably one of my favorite T-shirts that we have at Atlassian, but if we walk up to someone on the street and say, are you Agile? They're unlikely to say no, right? Who doesn't want to be Agile? And so in this story, you've got the bad guy dressing up as the good guy. I get some feedback from people that sometimes the scaled Agile framework appears as waterfall in disguise, but we're missing the point here, right? We shouldn't be arguing about methodologies. Agile is encouraging us to always optimize for teamwork, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. And so that does suggest at certain times, waterfall is could be the best way for your team to work. And normally when I say that, people are like, that's sacrilege. How can you get up here and talk about Agile and say waterfall can be used? But let me explain. How many people have seen this framework before? It's called Kinefin. It was pioneered by David Snowden in the late 1990s. Probably the most profound Agile framework, I feel, if you want to learn another one over and above the Agile Manifesto. It's a complexity diagnosis framework. And it really helps us understand what kind of depth of problem we're facing. So let me run you through it. Starting with this quadrant here, we'll have this quadrant here describing simple type problems. So these are problems we've seen many, many times before. You may even say that we know best practice. There's one best way, indisputable way, to solve the problem. And so in our day-to-day lives, it might be something like the French fries at McDonald's, right? They've perfected that. They've got the machinery right, the timing, everything to perfection. You go anywhere in the world and it tastes really great. You don't want McDonald's staff experimenting, right? Putting too much salt in there, burning the chips, making them soggy. So simple type problems, waterfall. You don't want variation. In software, we might find things like we feel like we're reinventing the door. Sometimes things are just best implemented in a waterfall way. Unfortunately, in software, not many problems are simple. The next quadrant is complicated type problems. So these are the ones that we've seen. We understand how to solve it, but what's going on now is we're a bit confused about which is the best way to solve it. So in our day-to-day lives, this might be something like, if you ever visit Japan, they've got higher speed trains. Actually, I believe India's getting some of these bullet trains, but you'll often have this discussion about getting from A to B, should we catch a train or a plane? They both get you from A to B, and you just make the decision based on which is best for you, but the outcome is sort of the same. Sometimes you'll use an iterative pattern, Agile or waterfall. The next quadrant are complex problems. So these, by definition, are problems that we actually don't understand. There's a lot of unknowns, and you can't actually solve the problem by thinking about it up front. That's why you get in a lot of Agile teams, you'll talk about don't be so upfront. And what they're talking about is when you're facing a complex problem, you can't understand how to solve it until you've actually provoked the system. Push something into the system will respond, and then you'll then better understand how to solve the problem. What you're doing is then making it less complex for yourself, and then you actually know how to solve the problem. This is back to our Scrum metaphor again, right? So great sporting teams, not just rugby, will obviously respond to how the other team is playing the game, and if they do that, try different things, they're more likely to affect a win, right? The last quadrant is what we call chaos. These are like natural disasters. Here I've got in Australia, we get a lot of bushfires, national emergency, the whole world, I guess we all went through the coronavirus pandemic. These are things, I guess in software or back to IT, they're like incidents, right? Something's gone out. You can't say, hey, wait, I'll come back with a strategy in 2 weeks. You've got to get out of the problem right now, and instead of optimizing for things. So Kanban tends to be quite popular here because you can quickly change your prioritization and try and deal with it. So that's sort of the 4 quadrants. As you go from simple through to chaotic, more unknowns avail themselves. But what you're trying to do here is understand that the problem, how complex it is, and as you work through it, and if you apply the right approach, what you're doing is trying to move it back the other way around so that you understand it and inherently becomes less complex. Now the middle, there's this thing in the middle called the disorder cliff. And this is to remind us the consequences of not matching the right approach with the right level of complexity for the problem. So say you've got a complex problem and someone, maybe a stakeholder comes in and goes, hey, that's simple, just do this, right? What happens is that the team actually they're not allowed to iterate, or they feel pressure not to when they need to solve the problem. They sort of run through just doing what the stakeholder asks, and they don't solve the problem. And everyone gets frustrated, and the trust is a huge thing, right? Trust breaks down and we fall down the cliff. Now, to be fair, it can work the other way around, right? We could have a simple problem, but a team comes back and goes, we're agile, we're just going to keep iterating and experimenting. But they're trying to iterate and experiment and trying to beat best practice. It's probably not going to happen, right? So similar thing, not matching the complexity with the approach, and everyone gets frustrated and trust erodes. So again, a really useful framework here to, again, the point here is to properly diagnose the kind of complexity you're up against and match your approach to it. Very often in my career, not just at Atlassian, but previously, I always get this question from the team. They're worried about how much we're going to iterate, how much to get to perfection. And so again, I find that framework before useful to explain to people why we're going to spend more time iterating on certain things than on others. Because again, we don't have unlimited budgets, we're going to be commercially viable. So again, give Kenneth a try. And then to the fourth principle, customer collaboration over contract negotiations. Aren't contracts a pain? They're normally written to try by someone who's just trying to understand think of all the possible things that could go wrong, put in a contract and stop you from having the flexibility to actually achieve the outcome. So what that tends to do is it puts the risk all on the other side, right? If you don't do this by this time, it's all on you, right? And that doesn't help with us getting an aligned incentive to be able to respond to things, especially complex problems, because we find things midway that we didn't anticipate at the beginning, and we can't vary it if we're too strict with our rules here. But so how do you deal with this? Agile can't magically rewrite your contract. So a few things I'm going to try and offer here. Has anyone heard of the Atlassian Team Health Monitor? So this is like a retrospective. You see the checkpoints there, right? So you run it periodically. But instead of the retrospectives where you talk about how we build software, what kind of software we're building, we talk about whether the team's set up for success. So you see these attributes there, like, do we have a full-time owner? Do we have a balanced team? Do we have a shared understanding of the problem? All these things are very useful questions to ask the team in order to understand if we're set up for success. So by the way, you can Google this quite easily. Just Google Atlassian Team Health Monitor to grab the template. Essentially, we run it like rocks, papers, and scissors. So you give it thumbs up, thumbs aside if you're like, don't know, or thumbs down if it's like, this is not good. And so, for example, one of the attributes might be, do we have a shared understanding of the team of the mission? And you'll go 1, 2, 3, right? Try and do it at the same time so we don't cheat, and really get that good representation of where we are. So you can do it on a wallboard if you're in the office. We've got a template on Confluence. Trello is very, very popular with remote teams because you've got the real-time board functionality. Again, prioritize your time. You want to look for the kind of attributes where the team has the most varied opinion about the thing, because they're the ones that's useful. Why aren't we aligned on this? And then, I guess similar to a retro, work on fixing that for the team so that we check in again. Have we improved that aspect of team success? So that's a team health monitor, something to think about. Again, it just creates a shared collaborative environment. I want to introduce you to a story from my team, the Cloud Migrations Platform. And we have been working on a number of services to help our customers adopt cloud. Cloud's the future, everyone's trying to get there, and we're trying to make that as easy as possible. It was often thought that we couldn't migrate the ecosystem apps because mainly they're built completely differently in server. We have the P2, any ecosystem app developers here? Well, you guys are. But they're built completely differently, right? So moving to the cloud version, you have to completely rewrite your app, and then the migration challenges. So we had one of our ecosystem vendors reach out and say, hey, can we come and work with you guys to try and figure this out? And we said, sure, come into our office and we'll work together. And slowly another vendor heard of the party that's been arranged, and all of a sudden I had about 15 developers rocking up to our office in our Sydney offices. I didn't really know what to do with them, to be honest. So we thought, okay, let's maybe try run a hackathon here. Let's let the developers innovate and show us what they can do. The problem has anyone run a hackathon before? Right, hackathons are meant to be giving people time to innovate, right? So it's sort of easy from a product management perspective because you sort of let people go and come up with their ideas. But this time we're focused on a certain mission. So I was like, how do we get a hackathon that focuses on getting results? And so what we did was at the beginning of the week, talk about the goals up front with each of the vendors. You know, why are we here? What are we trying to do? And we through this process, we were able to quite in detail find that we actually have the same alignment on what we want to have as an outcome. We want to make sure our customers stay with us as they go to cloud, and they need to make sure they have a good migration experience. And so we use this template to set that at the beginning so that we can focus the hackathon, as well as collect a lot of feedback so that we can actually solve this problem in the longer term. Also, a good tip that people, you know, they'll write down the feedback in the moment so you don't forget about it the next week when everyone's gone home. We ran the hackathon pretty much as a spike around the migration framework. So we had our engineers come in and say, we've got a basic prototype here. This is how you can use it. Very, very undeveloped though, but for the hackathon, that's what we're going to use. Our designers trying to help and educate and give context so they understand the customer problem. And as I mentioned, us product managers trying to guide towards a certain outcome. But we wanted to optimize for hackathon time because each of these apps are built completely differently. It's very hard for us to tell them this is one best way for them to move their apps. So what we did was set up support bars with engineers that actually build these features in Jira. They build the workflows, the JQL, custom fields, the public APIs for Jira and Confluence. Back to the Kinefin framework, I saw the migration of the apps more as a complicated problem. So many different ways to do it. And so by bringing these experts in, it allowed the vendor developers to have experts on hand, quickly make decisions and move forward throughout the week. So in terms of hackathons, we typically end the week with demos. At the last time we called it Ship It, so we have Ship It demos at the end, and try and incentivize with an award. And again, we're trying to see who got the furthest with getting a working demo. So again, working software is your best measure of progress here. I think Service Rocket won it in this case. And of course, finishing the week with a retro. So I guess this whole story here was about we're coming together with these ecosystem developers from different companies, but really getting them in together in the same room for a whole week with a shared objective really helped us forget our marketplace contracts and just really focus on how we can actually make this work in a proof of concept. Casually, we use this word inside Atlassian when we're saying, hey, can I come and spar with you on this idea? You probably all know the word, right? It comes from martial arts. Actually, some people, when they join Atlassian, they get a bit surprised when they hear this. I had someone come to me and say, oh, Jason, someone wants to spar this with me. Are they going to hit me? But the meaning really is about not holding back on your feedback, on your push for what you believe in or what you saw the customer do, and really have that out within your team or with the customer. And again, trying to create those environments. Again, this hackathon is just one idea, but a really good, I guess, tip is to really look for opportunities where you can bring the customer into your software development process, because that gets the maximum collaboration. So that's the Agile Manifesto. Where do we go next with the Retro and Agile? I don't really know. Really what I wanted to do here was just give you some thoughts and feedback we heard from the community. Again, it's about you finding what works best for your team, but I'll give you what I think we can go to next here. Software over time is becoming more and more and more complex, right? Goes without saying, especially we're pushing everything to the cloud as the future, right? No longer do you grab a box or a Windows for Dummies book and try and master the instruction manual. The services change every day in cloud, particularly. And so I sort of like to write this a bit more as what it is. Like, software is a service. Don't pretend it's a service. We're actually absolutely running a service. And now with AI, that is now like to the extreme, right? You're not going to have an AI manual telling you what AI is going to say to you. What it's doing is actually doing something a human would have done in the past. And so we really have to think we're not building gadgets anymore here. It's a human interaction in every single line of code we build. And if you sort of take that view that we are building services, there's a view that people are also the product or service. Has anyone heard of Conway's Law? No? Conway's Law is the observation that teams ship their org structure or their communication channels or their culture. And we do believe that healthy teams will ship healthy software, unhealthy teams will ship unhealthy software, right? So the people are in whatever you're shipping to the customer. And this, I want to bring back another quote from the Retro and Agile from Michelle, saying she's really worried about that team health thing. Like, don't assume it just means work really fast without thinking, because there's a lot of pressure for us to be efficient, right? And I get it, and you want to, and there's a lean movement, but really you can't be successful unless you're delivering winning products that differentiate yourself in the market. So yes, be lean, but you really got to aim for something that the customer's going to love. Don't just, good enough isn't good enough, right? How do I use Agile? Here are 3 things I think might help. So I guess starting your journey with a team, building the team, we spoke about Scrum being the most widely known methodology, good one to get together, and we can do our retrospectives and fine-tune our way of working. You would have seen us over the years with Jira Agile, Jira Software build connectors with development tools. Git's a great collaborative coding process, right, and system. Helps improve the accuracy of Jira issues. Also, continuous integration, delivery. You probably know all these things, right? We're able to release very fast and often. So, but this sort of allows us to, yes, okay, build it with an agile mindset very quickly. But again, that's not the definition of done. And worst, you could potentially be building things very quickly in the wrong direction. So, beyond agile, and maybe I should update this slide to say DevOps. We really need to get back to the basics here, which is, are we iterating in the hands of customers? Are we on the right track? Are we delivering the outcomes that the customers want? And so I always say this to my team, is that the definition of done, we don't get to choose the definition of done, the customer does. And so this is what I'm trying to say here, and that the outcomes, you really need to push a bit further. And I feel from the retrospective and agile, this is one principle I would probably add to the 4. So, really outcomes over output. Yes, we want to be efficient, but not at the compromise of customer value. Easy one to remember, and hopefully it helps with some of the feedback we got around retro and agile, around ideas for better ways of improving, teamwork health, and the misunderstandings. This is quite an easy one to get everyone to always remember about the customer. As team examples for this, I've got a few, but I'm just wary for time. I'm going to race through some of these, but typically what I get when we say, yes, release early, want to release early in front of customers is like, well, can we put such an early product in front of a customer, and get very anxious about how that might look on the team. And so there's various techniques you can do to do that in a controlled and responsible manner. So beta, usability opt-ins and experiments are 3 sort of techniques to try and enroll the right kind of customers who are interested in giving you feedback and participating, influencing your decisions at the right time and place. So beta is one you're probably all familiar with. This requires quite a bit of program management, a lot of recruitment. When I've done this in the past, I'll put a post on Atlassian community, tell customers about what we're trying to build. They tend to be very large features. So team managed projects is one on the left there, and the Jira Cloud Migration Assistant, when we first built it's on the right. So you're really enlisting people to come in and try something brand new. That may not get you to all users, but it tends to work for very large new products. The usability opt-in is a really useful one because this allows you to go to every single customer. You go into the product and ask them if they want to try something, and try and get feedback that way. Now the thing with this is this can get really annoying, right? I know we're all there trying to get our work done. Last thing you want is Atlassian to come in and say, hey, we've flipped it around, and do you want to tell us what's going on? And you need to just get in there and get your issue done. So we, like in this example, Jira Software never used to have the project sidebar you see today. It was just a board, and our team was arguing constantly around what should go into the sidebar. Should it be an issue-centric experience or an agile boards-centric experience? Many different opinions, conflicting data. This is a complex problem, as UI changes normally are, because humans are not linear, right? And so we were just spinning our wheels, trying to figure out what are we building here. And so with the idea of this usability opt-in, where you ask a customer, whether they want to try something. And so on the bottom right there, left there, you can see that, hey, you're trying this new sidebar out. Tell us what you think, or you can actually get out of here. And so this allowed us to know if the customer stays in that, yes, this is better, and they're going to use it. It didn't annoy them. If it annoyed them, it's a small annoyance, and they'll click on that button, and we'll get some feedback as to why that didn't work. And so this development loop went through. We got really good, precise feedback on each loop. These are the results of our iterations. And you can see we started with an experience that we didn't get right. Like the first opt-out was 22% of users rejecting this change. So it would have been a failure if we tried to roll that out and thought we're done, right? So we knew now we have a measure of success that is really controlled by the customer, getting their feedback, and the team's really really latched onto this, and it really motivated them because they knew if they responded to that feedback, and you can see over time the opt-out rates went way down. So much so when we got to the actual launch, it was well below 5%, and we actually released this a whole release schedule ahead, 6 months ahead of schedule. So if you can, trying to find that definition of success, there's that one with the customers, how they see success, not only helps you ship the right thing, but also ultimately helps you go faster. I haven't been able to prove that with data science so far, so if there's any data scientists out there, I'd love some help, but I can tell you once you get that outcome thing nailed, and it seems very simple in retrospective, it's very hard to actually define and rally the team around, you'll ship better product faster. And the other one's experiments. We hear about this a lot, especially with the complaints about Agile just experimenting on things. These can get super annoying because you're not actually asking the customer if they want to participate. You're doing the blind test. So we tend to do this more on new user onboarding because it's trying the product for the first time. In this example, what we did was run an experiment on how people create new projects in Jira. So typically you go in there and you choose a template. For Jira software, that's Kanban or Scrum. And so in this experiment, we just randomized the order of the templates. And what we found was that most people were just clicking on the top left, bit of a design. I think designers will know this and probably go, yeah, of course. But I can tell you the rest of the team were quite surprised with this. But what it told us is that the customers are not making informed choices. And so again, back to our Kinefin framework, this is a complex problem. What this did is help us get a better understanding of the problem. We're not going to ship this, obviously, it's not very useful to randomize things. But it told us that we need to help customers make a choice between Scrum and Kanban. That's the problem to solve. So now we're reducing our complexity, right? Because we now know what we need to do. And so we said to there's a lot of opinionated developers in Atlassian, if you were a Scrum Master or Agile coach, what questions would you ask a customer to recommend whether they should use Scrum or Kanban? And we turned it into this experience where we asked you, is your team new or experienced to Agile methodologies? You're working on features, bug fix, Scrum, support, or do you have a tight or flexible schedule? And then that would give you a recommendation. So that then helped us actually solve the problem and give us a significant boost to our conversion rates. So that's just an example, some team examples from living the proposed fifth principle of outcomes over output. I just want to conclude by saying Agile thrives in open environments. And so we get asked a lot at Atlassian, how do your teams work in an Agile way? And I've given you different examples, so you can see they're very different between the different teams, right? And I think our values really help here. It's about trying to be as open as we can and transparent. I think there was the great exercise we had with Vam this morning, just writing down what you think unleash the potential teams means, and on our table, transparency was definitely there. Because if we're transparent, we're open, our customers, and again, thank you all for giving us massively important, truthful feedback, because that's the only way we can really move things forward. So I just want to say thank you it's a privilege and an honor to be able to come here and present a Retro on Agile to you all. Really hope this presentation was useful, give you some thoughts to inspire you about how you can maybe push Agile to find that better bit of teamwork, and I really look forward to seeing all your talents put into what you'll be shipping in the future. So thank you very much. We got time for questions? Yeah.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Yeah.
Mic will come to your place. So there's ladies first. One second. Where are they?
Hi, good morning. Myself Pradeep
Morning.
from
Hi,
Kindred.
Pradeep.
There is an impression in the market that Agile methodology may not suit project with innovation because if team is concentrating on the day-to-day affair, then they may not have time to innovate. So what is your observation on that?
Where should I start with this one? I think, look, Agile, and the link from Agile to innovation, I think, is more in exploring new things, right? It's sort of saying we don't know when you look at the complexity framework, right? And so it just gives permission for teams to iterate and actually find that, and instead of trying to upfront everything, right? So I think that's the first thing to recognize. Like allowing your teams to explore is one. But like you're saying, like teams are pressured to just keep the day-to-day running, right? We have this. I'm sort of thinking about where this crosses from agile to more team budgeting and resource management. You know, we have on the resource management side, we always have this thing where this thing called keep the lights on at Atlassian. Like, we've just got to do these basic things to keep the service running, and that typically is P0. Like, if you can't keep the lights on, you've got no business. And so it's not an easy one to solve. I think there are times when you have to make, and I guess as product managers, we get this a lot, which is like, do we need to be making sure that the product and investing in reliability doesn't sound exciting, but it's part of making sure that the base product actually works, so that you can actually move you and your customers forward. As long as you're moving you and your customers forward, it takes the pressure off, right? If you're not, that's where you tend to make it harder and harder for yourself to get into exploratory situations. Again, working software, move forward with your customer, that will open up, I think, time for you to then think about and build on that understanding of the customer to actually then innovate. I think also there's maybe from the frameworks today as well, like not to pitch innovation so much as a gamble as well. I think people can, especially senior executives, will get really tense if they don't know how you're going to innovate. It's just like, just run a hackathon, for example, right? But if you've got some data points that are connected directly to customers, and it sort of bridges that gap between, okay, well, we're actually building on something that customers would actually want, and really, I think that's sort of the less glamorous way to explain innovation. But I think it's always based on seeing an insight and opportunity that you're not going after, and that still, it still comes from having a deep customer-centric capability in your team.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for this information. It's really helpful. I have a question. Like, I have been worked with a multiple team and project. And what I see a pattern, like if we can implement or apply the Agile properly, definitely we can deliver a quality product. But sometimes given a commitment in a definite time, and there are different goals for different stakeholder, right? I mean, your management would like to have a proper status or the health of the project, and well, team wants to complete the task, like that card to complete. So in that case, sometimes, I mean, it get compromised on the definition of done, or sometimes goes, I mean, even if we technically we say that we are on Agile, but somehow it just gets messed up. So is there any evaluation criteria or something that really the Agile is in the proper place which can drive the project? I mean, that's where we can really measure it, right?
Yes, yeah.
So,
Really, really good question. I'm going to say I probably don't have the right answer for you. My experience running Jira Agile and Jira software, and again, the story today is very much around the team unit itself. So we're very big on that Agile customization, your way of working. Now, I used to get this a lot myself in feedback, saying that visibility across your teams, which are represented probably in projects and spaces and our products, is not up to scratch, I'll say it that way. I'll be quite open and honest with that. So we had competitors like Rally and version 1 providing a better overview. I think ultimately, though, it comes back to our mission, the power is in the team, so that I think we tended to roll forward, because if the teams are not successful, nothing happens, and if we focus on that. So, but to your question, how do we make this work across teams as a program? That's an ongoing project. My thoughts there are, I think it comes down to intentionally structuring your streams of work. And what I mean by that is, does everyone understand how the different teams are building to the architecture of your software or what of your product services? So is it a platform team, or is it a front-end product team? Is this a support team? SRE? How's that all fitting into some sort of architecture? So like, I like to use real-world examples because software gets quite abstract, right? So imagine you went to a factory floor, you would see a method to the madness, right? there's production line facilities here, there's a supplier department trying to make sure the parts are reaching there just in time, and so forth. So I think having that discussion around how your team is actually working and the stream of the value stream and how they go from idea to developing the code, but also running it for the customer these days, mostly in cloud, and having that visualization of your factory floor could help, because from that you've got a bit more, it's a bit less abstract than aligning with executives on like how does this goal run across these different teams or not, and adjust to it. It may require you to reconfigure your teams and their missions, but then what happens is at scale, it gets difficult because you're breaking things down, and it might make sense to maybe someone who's designing this, typically a manager, but the teams don't get it sometimes because there's some step missing. There's probably some logic to it, like you're focused on, reliability or speed of this component, but like that's one part of the top thing, and they miss that. So there's a way to illustrate that. I think that would help, and it could lead into a discussion I'm talking about now with my cloud migrations team. We sort of observed a lot of customers moving to cloud. We put in this stuff about migration, which means copy or replicate, but in fact, when you're doing all this work, and again, living the Agile principle, like continuous improvement, copying what you had may not be the best thing, and so we should start moving things and optimizing it and changing things. And so that brings in, again, this discussion about how the teams are structured on the Atlassian footprint. Are they using the same site? Is that more optimal? Maybe not. Maybe we need to split them up. We're too globalized and we want to go into different regions. Let's give them a bit more autonomy. So very different discussions around that in terms of, I mentioned during the talk Conway's Law, and that's sort of that view about you ship your org structure into your products. Is sort of what I'm getting at in terms of how that might help. So that's why I thought maybe the visualization architecture. I'll be presenting at Team 24 probably on this topic as well. I've got 1 week to get my slides in, but I'll probably touch on this topic, so maybe stay tuned for that.
Thank you.
Hi, am I audible?
Yep, I can hear.
Okay, hi, I'm Nihar. I have a question with respect to Agile. As far as Agile on Jira is concerned, especially Scrum, which as you mentioned is the most predominantly used one.
Yes.
There are just too many ceremonies. Like you have backlog grooming, you have sprint planning, you have everyday Scrum calls, and then you have retrospect. Most of the members feel that it is not a productive use of their time. So I would love to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? So you want to start with all these things. They might sound heavy, but again, we're playing the game, right? We're not, I guess we want to play the game fair and square, right? When we play cricket, I'll apologise for the Australian cricket team getting sandpaper out. No, you don't want to go off script, right? When you're getting together and starting to play the game together and build that trust. And so again, I think I might sound like I'm oversimplifying, but run your retrospectives, have this feedback in front and open, transparent to the whole team, and they go, backlog grooming is not useful. They kill it. That could be an action item. Let's stop doing that. But then have a genuine discussion about what that means. If no one does backlog grooming, are we actually prioritizing the right things when we take them in? As long as that's understood, because we've got a different method, that's fine. That's what I meant, like edit your way from baseline, the base game, and adjust it to what works best for your team. So it sounds like a simple answer, but I think that's the thing. Like action on your retrospectives, do them often, and take on this feedback, because the team will appreciate that. They'll be like, we can be, because they're saying this, right? So it's sort of an empowering ceremony. So the one I'd definitely keep is the retro. Don't kill that one. But everything else is up for grabs, definitely. Yeah. Or up for deletion.
Thank you.
Hey, Jason. So firstly, thank you for taking us through the interesting experiences so far. So in one of your slides, you had covered team health monitor.
Yep.
So could you share some light on how you do things at Atlassian for monitoring the team health?
Yeah, the team health is pretty much the main play now. It is just a play, like it's not a product in and of itself. It is a ceremony. We do it to the previous question, like you don't want to do it too often. It get monotonous, right? Like, what did the team health really change from last week? Probably not. So we might do it on a monthly basis. It depends. I think at the beginning you might do it monthly as you're forming. If you feel the team's starting to understand, they've worked together, played as a team for a while, they can maybe quarterly. But it's like I said, it's just like a retrospective. You come together. For example, the one I find that normally gets uncovered is no one knows who the full-time owner is. Very often they think it's the product manager. So an assumption, not always, right? So when they get to that everyone's like, you know, I thought I was a project lead, or I thought he or she was a project lead. That itself is massive, right? Because we're obviously disorganized. So it just brings that realization in, and then we'll somehow decide who's the actual full-time owner. Sometimes it's an engineer, sometimes it's a product manager, it can be a designer as well. But at least that understanding is now not vague. That could actually, like, basically no one's leading this project is the way to also subtitle that. So yeah, I think you know, metrics is another one. Like again, you get feedback from teams going, we don't know what good looks like, or the measure of success is wrong, or it's outdated. And again, Agile's trying to get you to insert these ceremonies to try and stop and consider a change if needed. So maybe the metric's outdated. The team health monitor will show that we don't understand this, we can't move the number. And then, you know, I had this last year with my team with the migration assistants. We were working on reliability, and the first thing I did was come in and run a team health monitor, and we didn't really understand the metrics and the breakdown as to how we make this reliable. So that was the first thing we went in and recategorized that, which helped us actually get on top of the problem. Yeah.
Thanks. And do you relate it back to probably the performance of the team as well?
In what way?
So, say your team has a good health, does it always mean that they're performing well?
Generally speaking, the observation there is like, yeah, the teams that build up like reputational brands, like this team went on and shipped this feature, and obviously if that feature was successful, it builds, oh, this is obviously a good way of working. And like, I guess the one caveat there is to then go and copy that team. Probably better widely known outside of Atlassian in the industry has been like the Spotify thing, right? Like, so Spotify engineering, then, you know, I think some people try to copy it and it doesn't work right, they're different. So, but generally speaking, you'll find that those teams are they're obviously working better together and going through that norming, performing sort of curve. They get along really well. It's like, again, it's just think about sporting teams. It's the same sort of thing. If you see the team members aren't playing the team game, you know, you get problems, right? So yeah, it sounds a bit simple, but yeah, I do generally see a high correlation between healthy, happy teams and that. But it's very hard to build that. It's not easy to build happy and healthy teams. A lot of that is part to actually getting success, which is a whole other domain that I can talk about. Because yeah, you could have a great team, but if you're playing the game in the wrong way, the wrong strategy, you'll lose, right? Still. So.
Thank you, team. I think we are almost on time. So if you have more questions, feel free to catch up with Jason. He'll be around after the session and after lunch as well. So moving on. So thank you, Jason, for such an interesting session.
Thanks for sharing.
That was so. All right. So hope you enjoyed the session. Before I go to the next one, so how many of you are certified in Atlassian products? Any product, administration or anything? I see quite a few hands here. And how many are planning to or interested to do a certification in Atlassian technology? There's a lot of, right? So we brought you right topic then. Up next, we have another Jason coming with an interesting topic, a certification. So he'll help you to take you through the certification journey he had. So he holds many certifications. So that's our next topic. Jason is a technical engineer in INUV. So he came all the way from Japan to present this to us. So thank you, Jason. Please. Before Jason takes over, one quick announcement. So there is a selfie booth being set up in the background. So there are some interesting themes and placards. So please make sure you utilize that. Thank you. Over to you, Jason.
So I'm very excited to speak before you. Thank you, Tamanna, for inviting me, and thank you, Vishnu, community leaders, Girish, and many of the community leaders organizing this event. Uh, I'm really excited and surprised to see these many number of people in Bangalore community. In Japan, we used to have only 20 to 25 people when we have an AC event. But this is a crazy crowd. A big shout out to you all for actively participating in the community. And I would like to quickly greet some Japanese attendees in virtually. They are attending virtually. I would like to greet them in Japanese. So Bangalore community, you are going to greet them. I'll teach you a word how to say hello in Japanese. Let's greet them. The Japanese word for hello is konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, okay? Are you ready? We are going to greet them. 3, 2, 1. Konnichiwa. Oh, that's great. Again, I think you can present in Japanese. They are now fluent in Japanese. Okay, our topic today is unleash your true potential. So how we are going to unleash your true potential, navigating Atlassian certification for your personal and your team growth. So before getting into the topic, I'm going to just introduce myself, have a brief introduction. Uh, I'm from Tamil Nadu. Last year, I graduated as a mechanical engineer. I'm still wondering why I studied mechanical engineering. I think that's the most of the case for all the engineers here. Okay. So in 2021, I joined Innov when I was a second year engineering student. I joined Innov as an intern during the pandemic. Before that, I had a love for Japan. I started learning Japanese language when I was in first year of my college. So during my high school period, I started learning Japanese language. I think many watch Japanese animes, I think so. I like Japanese animes. So when I was doing that in the 2021, I got an opportunity to do internship with the company I'm working with, Inno. At the time, I don't know what Jira is. I never know what Atlassian existed. And now, 2024, I am now living in Tokyo, working with many Japanese clients, training them and implementing Jira, consulting Atlassian tools. And you can see these are all my certifications, Atlassian Certified Expert, Certified Scrum Master, and SAFE Program Consultant, and ITIL Specialist. So these are my certification when I was in during my college. So what I actually do in Innov as a technical engineer, so we are a solution partner, so we have Atlassian consulting, we do Atlassian consulting training to various clients. And what I see is we do consulting for the automotive industry, IT industry, or in education industry. Every industry, every organization use Jira differently. They use Jira, they have different customization. But what I see is there is a gap in using the Jira software. Not most of the users are getting most out of the Jira. There's a gap between the software they are using and what Jira software can actually do. So that's why I came up with the topic. These are all the topics I'm going to present you today. My certification journey, how I became an Atlassian expert. I'm going to tell you from my user's perspective. At start, I started as a user, and I became an expert, and now I'm doing the consultation. And from an admin perspective, I'm going to tell my opinions on Atlassian certifications. And then we are going to answer a question, really quick question, are certifications really worth? Do Atlassian certifications really worth? We are going to answer this question. And the third one, how to unleash your true potential. Okay? Okay, my certification journey. So when I was onboarded in the Inno, when I was the second year of my college, I had zero knowledge, zero IT knowledge. Being a mechanical engineer, I had zero IT knowledge, and I even never had a cultural knowledge about Japan. So I was seeing the Jira screen with plenty of onboarding tasks, like upload your photo, upload your bank account details, upload your, you can sign into the Gmail and all. So I was trying to complete all the tasks, and when I was finally completing all the tasks, a bunch of tasks assigned to me. You know, I was like, "Oh, who is assigning me these tasks, this bunch of tasks?" I was wondering. I never know Jira automation existed that days. So the task assigned to me was the certification preparation, the first Atlassian certification preparation. Being curious, as a student, I just tried to understand Jira. I was very excited to do the tasks. I was focusing on completing all the modules. So module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4 in the Atlassian certifications. And I was quickly trying to resolve all the tasks assigned to me and did some sample questions and did a quick rewind. And I thought, oh, okay, Jira is easy. We can go. I'm ready to go. I know what Jira is. Okay, Kanban, Scrum, permissions, notifications, good to go. But what happened? Boom, I failed. When I was in the exam room, I know that I made a mistake. You know, Jira is not an engineering. You can't pass Jira with one night of study. You can't do that. So we did an retrospective meeting. So what I actually lack, what I don't know about the product. You know, all I was seeing was the Jira screen, a user screen. I never tried to do the actual products, or actual projects, actual the screens the admin see, the actual screens the user sees. I never did the hands-on, hands-on projects, and I, I I know that I lack experience. So that was, most of the users when you use the Jira, you could know that there are vast customizations and the specifications in Jira. You don't know what is even existing in the product. So what I did as a, retrospective points, I just created a Jira demo site. It's free. Everyone can create a demo site. And I created two user login IDs. One is as an admin, and the other one as a user, so that I can know what admin can do and what user can do, right? And I was exploring some additional resources in the community, and even in the Atlassian universities, there are plenty of free courses in Atlassian universities. It is structured for the users and the admins to go through so that they can have the proficient knowledge of the product. And when you attend the certification, you know that JQL is not an easy language. So you have the basic JQL and the advanced JQL. So I was taking in Atlassian University, you have a advanced JQL course, which is a free course. You can take that, and there are some reports and dashboards course. You can take that. I just did all the pre-works, groundworks. I explored all the Atlassian University. I understood that how Jira system works for a team. Jira is not a tool for the admins. Many of you think that Jira is a tool for the admins. No, Jira is a tool for the team. So users have their part to do in that. So I just understood as a user what I can do and I cannot do, and what admins can do for me. And after that, I did the certifications, ACP 120 Jira's administrator certification, and JSM certification, Confluence certification, and now here I am as an expert. But I cannot say that I'm proficient in Jira. You can see that I'm still in progress. Not everyone can say that they are still proficient in Jira. Jira is evolving day by day. You have to be continuously learning to update your skills. So now we are going to answer the question, are certifications really worth? So how I see from the users starting the Atlassian certifications, and as an expert completing all the certifications, throughout this journey, are the certifications really worth? Does it make any progress in my career or my personal growth or my team's growth? But before answering before giving you my answer, I would like to go through the points what the other users see, what Atlassian users see about Atlassian certifications. So about 73% of the professionals are saying that the Atlassian certification increased their job prospects. And about 87% of the Atlassian professionals saying that it increased their confidence and proficiency. So that's what all the users need. You have to have the confidence. You should know what you are doing and what your team is doing and what's going on in your organization, right? And 81% of the professionals saying that it increased their knowledge and their skills. So this is for the associate certificates for the users, and for the professionals, the admins were saying that it boosted their ability to help their team to do their best work. So that's what admins are supposed to do. It increased their ability to help their team, and it also increased their professional credibility. I would like to take a quick. Okay, you can see the screen here. Okay, so these are all the associate certifications which I recommend for the users. If you are new to Jira and you would like to know the specifications of the Jira, how the Jira works, I recommend this. We have a free certification for courses for Jira Software Essentials and Jira Software Board Configuration, how you configure the board, and Jira Service Management Foundation if you're interested in Jira Service Management. And once you are done with this, I would recommend these professional certificates for the admins. I know there are many admins out there. I was just interacting with the community this morning. There were many admins. I would definitely recommend you to take the ACP 120 examinations. And if you are using JSM, you should take the ACP 420 examination. I failed this certification 5 times. So JSM may really seem pretty easy, but when you attend the exam, you know that you are not fully aware of all the configurations you can utilize in the JSM. So this is the pretty much tricky certificate, 420. You could know that it's not that 420. So I recommend you to take these certifications for the associate and the professionals. So now, what I see as a user and as an admin, what I see in my personal opinion, as this is my personal opinion on the certifications, it increased the efficiency. Before doing certifications, I would take a long time to complete the tasks. So I was simultaneously by doing the certifications, I was also in the support work for our customers. And at the time, I would take 1 or 2 hours to complete the simple tasks, either a login problem or a simple bug. I know that. I used to go through all the documentation, how is there a specification, is there a solution to do that? The answer don't come to your mind when you see the tickets. But after the certifications, all the customizations and the specifications in Jira, the answer would pop out of your mind. Okay, for this problem, okay, this would be the answer. We can change the workflow, or we can change the automation rules. You will be proficient in your product, and of course, it helps you in your career growth. There's no second thought about that. And the fourth one is, it's really important, it's clarity in request. So as a user, when you're communicating with your clients or customers, or to your admin, when you're creating a request, there should be a clarity in request. At the time, I never thought the description of the Jira ticket is so much important. But after I became an admin, I came to know that the description of the Jira ticket is the most important. When a user creates a ticket, hey admin, I can't log into the Jira. If your user create a summary and just create this ticket, as an admin, you may be wondering what would be the problem. Does he not able to see the project, or does he not able to log into the Jira system? So admin would be confused. So you have to converse with the user, and it would take more time to resolve the issues. So as a user, you must you must have a clarity in your request. And for admins, you should be able to create optimize the system so that the users can get most of it, right? And the second one, as I said, the problem-solving solutions. So you get the solution, not only the solutions, you will get the best practice, the best solutions. So in Jira, you have the many solutions which can be helpful to the customers, but you should recommend a best solution with low maintenance, so that you cannot maintain it for a long time. And you are well versed in advanced customization. And also, the last point for the admins is they have the responsibility to train the users. They train their teams. So if the user is not using Jira to the fullest, it's admin's responsibility to train them how to use the Jira to the fullest. And it's a part of the admin's job to educate the users so that both can give the best out of the product. And in the middle part, it is the shared benefits. Both have the profound knowledge in the system, and both know this is the main one. The security practices. We have various teams, finance teams or budgeting teams, business teams doing their projects. So you may have the security problems, but there was an incident that the Miro board with open link was attached to the Confluence page, which is an anonymous, which has anonymous access, so that every user could see that. So these type of security problems would you should be careful, you should be very mindful of that. So users should know what are all the security practices that we can use in Jira, and it also enhances the collaborations, and both know the best practices of Jira. When you do the certifications, you know what are the best practices, what we can do in Jira and what we cannot do in Jira, and both can unite and do the work. So in this slide, I have just replicated myself as an amateur and a pro of creating tickets. As an amateur, when you create a ticket, there will be a very less detailed planning. So how a pro create the tickets? A pro means the Jira user who is have sufficient knowledge, product knowledge. He would create the tickets by breaking down of the tasks. For example, let's say we are creating a ticket on team outing. We are going for a team outing. So if you create just a ticket of team outing, hey team, you are going for an outing, let's do our best. So if you just create a ticket like that, no one understands what's really going to happen. So if you're going to create a ticket on a team outing, you should say the summary as you should create a story as a team outing, and in the tasks you should elaborate all the tasks like transportation, accommodation, food and beverages, and who are all going to take care of that. You can assign the relative person to that, and you can set the due dates. You can set the priorities, and in the detailed description you should give the what are we going to do. You can add the agendas, priorities. So there are many things you have to do so that the team can smoothly understand what is going on and what we are going to do, so that you can reduce the chaos in your team. And the second one is the enhanced communication. As a user, I really did this mistake. When you receive support from the customers or your teammates, it's like I cannot log in. I have a bug in this system. When you have this ticket and you are working on this ticket, and you found the root cause and working on it, but you did not update your customer. So he is waiting on the other end without knowing anything of the status of the ticket. So as a user, as a pro user, you should do that. You have to update your customers every now and then. Hey, so and so, I have found the root cause, and we are going to resolve in 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 business days, or we are going to resolve in less than 1 week, so that customers can be updated, and they can either go for a workaround, or they can wait, and they can plan their works according to that. And this all the same deep feature knowledge, and amateur has the basic feature knowledge. And this one is more important. The amateur always being dependent on admins. If you have any issues in your Jira, so I was always dependent on my admins. Hey, I cannot do that. Hey, I cannot see this project. Hey, I cannot see this ticket. But if you are if you have a proficient knowledge in Jira, you can track down your own issues. You can troubleshoot the issues. If you can't see the project, either you must not have the browse project permission. For that, you can request the project admins, so and so, and ask that, hey, I think I don't have permission for this. Could you please grant me the permission? And if you cannot log in into Jira, you can just do the basic troubleshooting for yourself, so that it can reduce the time for you and the admins. And for the pro user, they can create a project for themselves and manage sprints, and that would help the teams. And use of integrations, either it is a Jira to Confluence integration or Jira to JSM integration. It may also include the third-party integrations also. So amateur user always dependent on the standard workflows. If he doesn't know the structure of the approval workflows or some advanced conditions or post functions in the workflows. Okay, you have done the certifications and you are using Jira for the long time. So how do you unleash your true potential, right? I would like to imagine a sports car, a sleeky sports car with advanced engine and tires. So Jira is like a sports car. You know, it's designed for speed, efficiency, and excellence in project management. You know, when you are in a race, the driver who is driving the sports car, the one who is helping in navigating, and the pit crew, and the coach, you know, everyone's involvement is necessary. Everyone plays a crucial part to win the race. So that's how it's same in Jira, from developers to project managers or tester, or I don't know. There may be many roles. You cannot say that Jira is not for me. Jira is this for admins. It is for project managers. It is for developers. No, it's not like that. So everyone plays a crucial part. You have to do your job so that it may reduce the burden of other person. You know, you play as a team to win the race. And the third one, don't let your sports car collect the dust. It's like underutilizing the Jira's capabilities. You know, Jira can do more. You should have that knowledge that Jira can do more, and you should have the product proficient in yourself to extract the most out of the Jira. Other way, it is like the sports car collecting the dust. And the fourth one, it is like the same, unlocking the full potential. It's like the same as the previous point, like a custom workflow or automations or API integrations. So not many is covered in the certifications, but when you have the certifications, you can have the basic or the intermediate understanding of how the product works, and you can just learn the other things with your experience. And this is the key point. You know, continuous learning, it's important. Jira is evolving daily. You know, now we have assets, you know, Confluence databases, and we have, you know, goals, Atlas. You know, that's an update every now and then. So the user or a admin cannot say that I know everything about Jira, and you should not be lacking. You should be updating yourself to unleash the full potential of the Jira. So this is the most important key term in the organization, the continuous learning. It should be happened in every organization. So most of the clients are not using these actually specifications. Only few of the when I see when only few of the users are utilizing the assets or the databases or the new features, they are very excited to know what the Jira can do additionally, and users are not even, they are not cared of that. They are not using that. They are just okay with what they are doing, but it's not like that. You have to update you continuously, and constant training is necessary for every organization to be the best of yourself. So finally, here are the key takeaways. The main thing is there must be a continuous learning culture in an organization, and you know, certifications help you boost your efficiency, which also helps to increase the efficiency of your team. And it also helps you in your personal growth and confidence, and you will be utilizing the tool to the best. It elevates the individuals and team capabilities, and we have also seen the transformation power of the Atlassian certifications. So finally, I would like to finish by a quote. So empower yourself to be the architect of your own success and the catalyst of your team's triumph. You know, Atlassian certification are not just a badge of honor for you to say that, hey, I have Atlassian certified expert. It's not like that. You know, it should enable you to navigate the complexities of collaboration with, you know, confidence and precision. Remember this, in the journey towards the excellence, continuous learning is the most reliable compass. And even now I say that I'm still learning Jira and I am still evolving. So to unleash the full potential of your team, so you should be updated and you should be the product proficient to unlock the capabilities of yourself so that you can help your team grow and your organization grow. Thank you.
We can take 2 questions, and later if you can connect with Jason if you have more questions. We'll disperse for lunch after this. So 2 questions we can take here.
Hey Jason,
Hi.
that was absolutely amazing about the Jira and the certification part. You know, me being a technical person, how will I enhance myself on the board of directors if I learn the certifications? And what certification track would I like to go with?
Being an admin.
Yes.
Being an admin, if you would like to go on a certification, certainly I would recommend that if you are a project admin, you should try the ACP 620. Sorry, yes. Managing Jira projects for cloud. And
Okay.
if you are a Jira admin, this is an advanced certification.
Okay.
In my perspective, it is the most difficult certification I have ever taken.
Okay.
ACP 120. If you see the questions, you think that so how the questions would be in the certification, like you have the 4 options. All the 4 options are correct answers, but you
Okay.
have to pick up the best
best one.
2
Okay.
options. So that's the most difficult part of the exam. So that's where it makes the admin really think, and it's a mind work for that for you.
Okay. So if
So
you
I
want to
would
be
rec-
the best, you have to
Yes.
choose the best of the best.
Yes, you have to choose the
Got
best
it.
of the best.
That's simplified. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can
Any
take
other
one more
questions?
question. And
No?
no questions?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're good to go. Thank you.
So Jason, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Arigato.
Yes, arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you, Jason. That was so informative. So we will be dispersing for lunch. We'll take a 1 hour break from now. So I request maybe half of you guys can go to this side. So we have 2 different counters. So either half of the side can go to this side and maybe half can go to the other side. So please be here by 2 p.m. Right after 1 hour. So we'll have our next session starting from 2 p.m.
again. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Thank you. Hi there. And I've come to Bangalore here to be joined to the Bangalore ACE. Thank you. And I'm happy to meet you guys and very grateful for inviting us to ACE Bangalore and giving us such wonderful opportunities. I'm really excited to be here. And I felt warmth of people here. So I enjoyed singing and dancing. It was great. And we are a team, right? Already team. So thank you. And in previous session, so Jason Jibakumar talked about ACP journey and skills. And sorry. Previous session, so Jason Jibakumar talked about ACP journey and skills. So I'd like to talk about a different perspective, and it is linked with previous topic. So let me introduce myself briefly. And I have a lot to tell you all, but I only have 20 minutes. So my name is Gen Konishi, and I'm from Tokyo. And I'm a tech lead at Innov, attraction partner in Japan. And I love sea, coffee, and Jira. I love it. And I studied about communication at universities such as intercultural communications and in linguistics, sociology, and during my school days, and I worked at a hotel restaurant at a part-time. And after graduating from university, I joined a current company from the beginning of the company's launch. Okay, so my role is to work closely with clients to understand their needs and architect solutions and plan a strategy of IT projects. And I lead engineering teams and provide high-level support such as level 3 or level 4 to resolve customers' issues. So sometimes collaborating with attractions technical teams. So Jason Jibakumar is my teammate. And also, I am involved in developing attraction professionals internally and by providing training, follow-ups, and on-the-job training. So, and thankfully, I have been given the opportunity to speak at events like this. Thank you. So, and as a hobby, I stream videos on my YouTube channel. And these pictures are one of my content of a channel called Jira Meshi, which means Jira Meals. So in which I talk with a guest about Jira, attraction, and the way of work, and so on, while cooking or eating. Jira Meshi. And currently, so it's available only in Japanese, so, but I'll prepare English subtitles. So if you're interested in, subscribe my channel. Okay, there is a time, okay? Okay, then let's go on to today's topic. ACP is highly effective certification for acquiring and demonstrating the ability to tailor and manage attraction products to meet teams' requirements with a comprehensive knowledge about attraction products. And likewise, it all began my pursuit of my ACP certification. So I've earned 8 certifications and pro skill badge so far. And I have no doubt it has led me to where I am today. So I have implemented attraction products for various clients, such as gaming, security, and cleaning equipment, and electronic components, and research institutions, and other industries. And I have worked with teams to develop solutions for collaboration, which involved ranging from 10 users to 1,000 users and more, gaining valuable insights into different scales and types of teams. And one of the things that surprised me in my experience was a development team for the product that everyone knew had about 10 people in it. So that was a surprise. So, and I have seen the management styles, business processes, cultures, and management challenges of many different companies. So from this experience, I have come to understand that successful implementation of attraction products requires not only product knowledge, but also a diverse set of skills and competencies. So attraction configuration seems quite simple and easy. So because most of the configurations can be set on user screen, technically say GUI, in other words, on application layer. So of course, configuration itself is very easy. So it is a necessary element for any team to utilize attraction. However, the difficulties of being a production professional seems to be similar to those of coaching, product management, and business process engineering. So this session will highlight key skills beyond attraction certified professionals, and drawing my real-world experience, I will explore competencies that complement SAP knowledge to increase effectiveness and ensure success in the dynamic context of attraction product management. So let's move on. And as a premise, the following competencies I'm going to talk may seem a bit demanding, but I share what I have found necessary based on my experience. So this is because in Japan, in many cases, the system development is not conducted based on IT-led strategy or planning. So there are so many companies that struggle to invest sufficiently in IT tools and resources. Of course, there are companies that invest properly as well. So for Jira and conference administrators and attraction professionals, there are 3 skills and competencies that are crucial beyond the attraction certified professional. So firstly, problem identification. Secondly, organization. And third, finally, on leadership. So the 3 elements cannot be completely separated. They are interrelated and gradational. So I'd like to explain these skills and competencies, weaving in examples along the way. Okay, so point 1. So first, competencies for attraction professionals is problem identification. So problem identification here refers to be the ability to understand current issues and problems from the perspective of the intended users with high resolution and take an effective approach for business transformation. I mean, it's understanding of what is problem and who is affected by the problem and how serious is the problem for the business, right? So these questions expand the choices of the solution. So understanding the requirements as, for example, for Jira admins, create a select field and add to the screen, and understanding the requirement as user can classify and analyze tickets is obviously different. That changes the solution we can propose. So it's an important skill to grasp the essential requirements of customers. So I'd like to further break this ability down into 3 elements from my perspective. So first element of the problem identification is EQ, called emotional intelligence. And secondly, system thinking. And third one is articulation skills. Sorry. Okay, let's move on to each element. And the first one, emotional intelligence. So it is the ability to recognize, control, and understand one's own and others' emotions. So Goldman categorizes 5 dimensions of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So it covers a variety of emotional skills that impact your behavior in the workplace, personal life, and society. Now, in today's dynamic market environments, these emotional competencies and behaviors are essential for addressing human resistance to change and inspiring others toward new directions, visions, and values. So when I started doing this kind of work, attraction professionals, and I struggled to meet all of my clients' needs. So, however, as I discussed Jira's configuration with the client, so it's kind of feedback. So for example, look at the screen. And so there is a many feedback about the Jira screen. Can you change the name of the field? And can you put the field on the screen, right corner? So for example, so feedback and fix and field and fix. So the conversation become more detailed and including the layout of the screens and the content of notifications. However, so what I overlooked here was who is this system for? So in other words, even if the system was acceptable to the person with whom we were discussing it, so it will not always be something that will make a difference to the business. So the harder I tried, the more complicated the configuration only became. So it didn't seem to be accelerating the customer's business. So as you can see in the picture, so I felt like I was not moving forward no matter how much I learned. So the person who I interacted with did not end up being a heavy user of the system. So furthermore, some of the provided Jira projects were not fully used in my experience because the business scheme had changed and the systems for the same purpose existed and so on. Then, how does emotional intelligence relate to the problem identification? You may wonder. So this affects your judgment of the severity of the problem. So problems can happen anywhere and at any time in the workplace, your personal life, and society. So the fact that a problem occurs can be the sign that things are progressing. So that's why prioritizing problems is necessary.
Share the screen again.
Just screen?
In Zoom. It's
Zoom.
not working.
Okay, just a moment. It's blank?
Yes, it's blank. Could you please stop and share it?
Okay. Sorry, just a moment. Can you see my screen? Okay, sorry. Which part of that? Okay. From the previous one? Just a moment. Okay, yes. So how does EQ relate to problem identification, you may wonder? And so this affects your judgment of severity of the problem. And the problems can happen anywhere, at any time, and in the workplace, your personal life, and society. Yeah, and the fact that the problem occurs can be a sign that things are progressing. So that's why prioritizing problem is necessary. So is your priority influenced by the emotions of the person you are dealing with? So you may want to meet the expectations of your close colleague or client request. So priority may also be influenced by the fact that the requesters are emotional, such as angry or impatient. So it is important to have the ability to reconsider and choose the best course of action rather than acting on emotions. So, and understand how target users feel about the current system. For example, too many screen entries, I mean too many fields in the screen, too many notifications, and too many statuses. So it is about being able to understand the problem from the user's perspective with high resolution. And it is thinking and understanding the business impact of system changes. And the goal as attraction professionals is not to implement Jira itself, but unleash the potential of every team with attraction products. If you can understand the problem from the user's perspective well and understand the business impact of the system change, you should be able to optimize the priority of items and change the business for the better. Okay, and the second element is system thinking. I mean, understanding the relationship among the existing systems, users, and the new system, and who manages and who drives each. So which allows them to look at their own development from a macro perspective. And it is about seeing the object as one part of a whole event and looking at the connections between the components. So this is an approach known as system thinking. And it leads us to an understanding of essential issues. So even if a user asks you to create a customized Jira project right away and you configure it, you may find that is not used at all. For example, look at the screen. So as admin, so how many admins are there? Are there any Jira admins here? Oh, great. So you may understand the screen. So when I provided the project for the customer right away and look at the screen like there are no issues on the board, so you may be disappointed. So why they don't use? So when it's the project board like this. So in addition, so creating fields and statuses are requested and leads to the creation of many similar fields and statuses, which complicates the management of the system. Look at the picture. So I don't like that field. So for example, so when your admins configure the screen and they look at the fields, same name of due date, which student we should use. So Jira admins confused. Okay, so system thinking also affects the priority mentioned area and the basic structure of the system to be built. And when you see what is happening in front of you as one part of the whole, you will see the things differently. In system development, identify key person is crucial to ensure effective discussions and avoid reworking in development. By identified barriers area, measures can be taken in advance to avoid or reduce the risk of delays. And furthermore, the decision-making process is speeded up and when decision makers are present in the discussions. Like this, understanding of the dynamics of the organization is effective. And thirdly, articulation. So it is about putting into words the sense of challenge, difficulties that we have. In my experience, at first, we faced the difficulties in getting the customer's input when I was hearing about the new solutions during customer meetings for the project. So this was because not everyone fully understands the program and how solution we plan to do would affect their business. It took a while before discussion became active due to struggles in reaching the consensus on the project goals. And once the prototype system had been developed and its functionality was beginning to be understood by the stakeholders, more participants finally started contributing. So understanding and aligning goals with stakeholders early on is crucial for the project success. So you will be required to clearly communicate the issues and the impact on different parties with stakeholders. And second skills or competencies is organization, organize the informations. Its ability to gather information efficiently based on the purpose of the survey and ensure that all stakeholders and teammates involved can understand the current situation with high resolution. And like summarizing and organizing input information into a formatted data that can be used easily by yourself and your teammates. It is to change the way we look at the information we have now and gather scattered information to visualize the current state and derive the gap between the current state and the state we are aiming for. So we would like to further break this ability down into 3 elements as well. So first one, technical fluency, research skill, describing, explaining. Okay, I'd like to talk briefly here. So it helps us to organize information to use tools effectively, such as Jira, Conference, and the recently released whiteboard in Conference, and attribution intelligence, etc. And other methodologies such as MISI, so consultant notes, and matrix. So, but keep in mind, always work with this question. What do you want to know in your investigation? So without a clear purpose, your investigation may become meaningless. So the key to organizing information is having a clear goal, and then also objectivity of information and the speed of researching. So make full use of tools and frameworks in researching. And research skill. So it is necessary to select appropriate research targets and quickly find objectively valuable information. For example, there are often cases where requirements cannot be met due to product specification constraints. In that case, how quickly we can identify similar problems and find solutions or alternative. For example, using attribution community and JiraAttribution.com also. So you will receive requirement summaries and reference materials from customers early in the project. In the real world, the requirements are not always as organized as they appear in the ACP exam questions. So in that case, you need to organize the requirements yourself. And it is necessary to gather information from different perspectives and identify essential requirements. Describing, explaining. So clear definition of the current state called as is and the desired state to be, and the explanation of the gap between them. for clear understanding of where we are, where we want to be, and how far is it there. So this overlaps with the articulation I talked about earlier. And in some cases, additional resources or time and the cost may be required in the project. In that case, customers cannot invest easily in a project if they don't understand why they need to invest more. So it's important to get stakeholders to understand the current situation and translate it into specific actions to be to move the project forward. So this requires the ability to abstract or drill down the current situation into easily understandable terms, which can be seen as the ability to explain in an inductive or deductive way. And last element, the last skill or competencies, it's leadership. The keyword leadership appears in many different fields, various fields, but it is an equally important competency here. So as attraction professionals, our role is to lead attraction platform to where it should be and continuously drive our customers to accelerate their business. This may be more of an attraction consultant. Yeah. So let's break down leadership into 3 elements. Communication, drive projects, negotiation. So communication. So communication skills, the ability to work with customers and internal team members smoothly. So this ability is closely related to the ability to explain a situation. And building a system alone is difficult. We need a team. Therefore, it is necessary to delegate and execute tasks in the team. So efforts should also be made to avoid game of messages, such as properly mentioning to multiple users in a chat room, for example, Slack or Teams, for example, and making sure that the correct information reaches everyone involved at the same time. So this is one of the leadership skills. And the driving project. So it's ensure that each team member understands the current task and the direction of the project is clear so that actions do not get bogged down. Stakeholders cannot devote all their time to system development because they have day jobs most of the time, and they participate in discussions between other tasks. So teams often forget tasks because of their other works. Also, so if it is not clear who has the ball in each task within the team, you may end up wasting time. So effective meeting management is critical to project process. So now utilize tools like Confluence and Jira to guide actions and track tasks can keep project moving forward without interruptions. And third, negotiation. So it's, ability to make customers understand product specifications and suggest acceptable alternatives when requirements are trying to meet. So focusing solely on meeting requirements can lead to the loss of the product good points, such as flexibility and ease of use. So it's sad when users find the product difficult to use because its value is not being realized. As an attraction professional, build solutions that meet requirements while showcasing the inherent strengths of attraction products and identify what users truly want to achieve. So there are trade-offs not only in product functionality, but also in schedule and the effort estimation. Actually, I have had experiences where my colleagues and I worked until sunrise, so it was hard. And this was due to underestimation and the lack of technical expertise. However, as our experience grew and work speed and estimation accuracy improved, and it doesn't happen now. So forcing requirements can lead to costly rework or features cannot be fully used. Understanding the impact on the business and who we use the product determines the priority of features. So it's important to ensure that the development is feasible for both parties and the project is mutually beneficial. So we are required to be able to negotiate with customers. Okay, let's wrap it up. The competencies I discussed today are not limited to attraction professionals, but are essential for all change agents in IT transformation. I use the term competencies to emphasize the difference between skills and competencies. Skills are abilities and specialized knowledge a person possesses, while competencies are ability to act using those skills and knowledge, including the way they think and act. So in other words, having expertise is not the same as having the ability to demonstrate it. So how can we develop the competencies? Clarify what you want to do with your expertise. Then look back at yourself objectively. For example, how did you deal with a problem when you faced it? What actions did you take to be able to do something? The starting points to understand your own thinking and behavioral characteristics. I have trained a number of people and thought about the gap between what we learned at ACP and the actual competencies required in the real-world development. Today, I think I'm finally able to verbalize it a little bit. However, I don't think this is a single correct answer. I'm still thinking about it. What does it take to become a person who can transform and accelerate business using attraction products? Even I, myself, am in the middle of that journey. So let's unleash the potential of every team together, and as attraction professionals, change agents of the business, and be the change you seek. Thank you for listening.
Any questions? We can take a couple of questions from the audience. Just raise your hand and Mike will come to you.
Go easy on me.
Come on, guys. Okay, I think I have one person here.
Yeah, hey again. Thanks again. It was a lovely presentation in English.
Thank you.
So, you spoke about the problem identification, organization, and the leadership qualities. Okay, so those three are the one which drive us, for the full potential of the output. So I would like to pitch in more about leadership. So you said about communication in a smooth manner, driving the projects, and the negotiation part. I would like to highlight on the negotiation, how do you have a smooth negotiation with your stakeholders so that, your schedule, your efforts, your pricing, your billing, and everything come into the same line?
So you mean the connection between the negotiation and leadership, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the reason is simple. So only person who can negotiate with customer is leader. And so teammates cannot negotiate directly with customers generally. So leaders are expected to put up the issues from the teammate and tell customers about. So that's the leadership, I think.
There's a special announcement. One of the best questions from the audience will get a special flavor of Kit Kat from Japan. No, I'm serious about this. Who wants to ask that special question for the special? Is that a sushi flavor?
Actually, I have 28 flavors of Kit Kat. You can select one from that.
Great. By the way, Jason, meet me right after the event. Any special question? Okay, there you go. Before he asks you a question, let's ask what flavor of Kit Kat he wants.
I'm not sure. Anything works for me. Yeah. So you talked about emotional intelligence, right? So sometimes I face this situation my mentor thinks that he is emotionally intelligent, but he is empathetic. So he's confusing the two. So how to deal with such situations?
Yeah, that's a good question. And yeah, firstly, we need to create a relationship with customers so they can set us about impatience, right? So yeah, that's difficult. Yes, but yeah, I usually have that kind of experience, right? But important thing is discuss, talking with customers, yeah, to be honest, yeah, sorry.
So Jason went running. I think he just ran out to get the Kit Kat.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So as I say, I'm a Scrum Master, I really found the way, servant leadership as a challenge because though I'm making the leadership role over there, I cannot influence. So it was quite challenging. And without influencing, I can't get the work done. So out of all the roles and responsibilities they too know, like we know very well, unless someone influences or asks for the commitment what they have, we are not being giving up. So like, can you help me out? Like, how can this server leadership can be in the same line?
Okay, it's a case of leadership in a team, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I do. So it's so Jason Wong talked about agile. So don't do agile, be agile, right? So leadership is same for that. So not to do. So tell them to do. So do it, do it, do it. It's a not good leadership. So right. So the important thing is autonomous in the team and give them opportunity to think about the problem and how to solve it. So leadership is a kind of giving opportunity to teams. What do you think about that? What happens? So it's like an audience. So I will become as a leadership, I think. Is that be correct? Is that the answer of you? Thank you.
Hi. So I have this question. I just want to know how the Japanese culture has influenced Agile, if you have any insight. Because we heard that the Agile, I mean, that's where it is born, Japan. If you can just probably, give us some insight about how the culture is motivated Agile to be born or in that way.
Okay, it's a case of Agile transformation in Japanese companies.
Yes, it can be. I'm just trying to understand, how the culture of Japan is probably motivated the Agile or the Agile concept.
Okay, difficult. Yeah, I think so. It's difficult to implement Agile to the team in Japanese company, especially because they need a specific case in the company. If not so, they cannot do like the, so that they tend to be cannot to be first thinking. So the important thing is create a best case or Agile team in the companies. So after that, other teams will be interested about that. So what are they doing? So it's kind of Agile. So they try to think about changing Agile. Is that okay?
Thank you for your questions. So we'll end this session here, and we'll move on to the next session. So thank you so much, Jen. That was really great. And I want to quickly tell you something before Jen leaves the stage, if I may. So Jen is a non-native English speaker, right? So he has spent several nights, sleepless nights, to work on this presentation. So he prepared this presentation in Japanese and then used deep learning skills to convert this Japanese presentation to English.
Thank you.
And he has done a lot of practice, and he has flown all the way from Tokyo, Japan, to come here and to address this audience. So I want to really thank Jen for this gracious presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. ありがとうございます.
So you can announce who are the winners of Jen is going to announce who are the winners of the special sushi Kit Kats.
4 people? Okay. I'll bring them up. From the stage?
Yeah. Because it's a special flavor, I don't mind you guys coming to the stage and getting that Kit Kat. Whoever asks questions, I think all 4? All 4.
Okay.
Guys, some music and clap, please. wrap up today's event. As promised in the morning, we are going to now bring Vamos by Team VAM, and I would welcome Timmy and team right now on the stage to walk us through an amazing, energizing musical experience. Welcome, VAM.
Okay, now you guys got to stand up here. We'll stand and we will do the most familiar song. This probably you will remember doing it in your LKG, UKG, and pre-nursery and school. We're going to do that song. Yes, Kenny. Are we ready?
All right.
Okay. This is as simple as it gets. Oh, by the way, before we start, do all of you have chits with you that we gave away during? If you don't have, please put your hand up. Our volunteers are going to come and give you a chit. Ready?
Yes.
You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and
shake it all about.
Yes, I know it's kiddish. Come on, you can do this.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in,
you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in and shake it all about.
Do the boogie woogie
And turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about.
Now left hand. Put your left hand in.
I can't see all of you doing the action.
Put your left hand in and shake it all about. Do the boogie woogie
And turn yourself around,
and that's what it's all about. Do the boogie woogie.
Turn around.
Do the boogie woogie. Both hands.
Do
the boogie woogie.
And that's
what it's all about. All right. Now the next line is put your right leg in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You put your right leg in. Put your right leg up. Right leg in and shake it all about. Do the boogie woogie and turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. Left leg. You put your left leg in. Put your left leg out. Put your left leg in and shake it all about. Do the boogie woogie and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Ready? Do the boogie boogie. Both hands.
Do the boogie woogie.
Do the boogie woogie.
And that's what it's all about.
Okay, the next line is put your whole self in. So put your whole self in. Put your whole self out. Put your whole self in and shake it all about. Do the boogie woogie, turn yourself around,
and that's what it's all about.
Shall we do that again? Put your whole self in. The boys left and right leg only. Left leg or right leg. This whole self in. Ready? Very simple. 1, 2, 3. Put your whole self in. Whole self out.
You put your
whole self in and shake it all about. Do the boogie boogie, turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Okay, now guys, this song is a song to help you with your indigestion. Now, if you sing this loudly and well, whatever you ate in the afternoon, it's going to get digested well. So one last time, and we're going to do the whole self in, right? You put your whole self in, whole self out.
Put your whole self in and shake it all about. Do the boogie boogie and turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about.
Okay, I think heartbreak songs always bring out the best in us, right? Okay. We're going to do an English song in Tamil. Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying to get Kenny to fix
Okay, ready? Ah.
Yeah, that I said like heartbreak songs, yes.
Let all the broken hearts make some noise.
Yeah, so many broken hearts. What?
Ready? We'll start with Papa Papa. 1, 2. Papa Papa. Papa Papa. Papa Papa. Papa Papa. Come on, sing it out.
Papa Papa. Papa Papa. Papa Papa.
Why this color very deep?
That's right.
Why this color very deep? Our rhythm correct. Ready? Come on. Why this color very deep? Why this color very deep? Come on, guys, sing it out. The lyrics are there. Distance. Distance illa. Moon color. White background. Night. White color. Black. Why this color very deep? Why this color very deep?
One more time, distance.
Distance illa. Moon color. White background. Night color. Black. Why this color very deep? Why this color very deep?
Okay. Do you all know the rest of the song? Okay. So before we broke off for the tea break, we had asked you to give us some lines about what unleash your team's true potential means to you, and we got some very interesting lines from all of you guys. The best one I thought was "Go home early." Whoever said that, hats off. Unleash your true potential by going home early. So we've come up with a song that kind of encompasses or embodies whatever all of you all have tried to say.
Okay.
This is part of what, yes, this is what y'all gave us. And this is us sitting and composing this song for you guys. And this is what we've come up with for you.
So basically, this is your song. You've written it, and we just composed it for you all.
Together we rise, together we fly, together we are curious and ask why. Collaborate to reach the pinnacle. Now unleash your true potential. Now unleash your true potential. Simple? You like that? Okay, come on, let's sing it together. Line by line. Together we rise, sing. Together we fly.
Together we fly.
Together we are curious and ask why.
Together we are curious and ask why.
Collaborate to reach the pinnacle.
Collaborate to reach the pinnacle.
Now unleash your true potential.
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 Let's do it together. Together we rise. Together we fly. Together we are curious and ask why. Collaborate to reach the pinnacle. Now unleash your true potential. Now unleash your true potential. All these days have passed, and the screen is all you see. Unleash yourself and see what you can be. Take another's hand and step out of your comfort zone. Open up your mind, and the world is yours. Together we rise, together we fly, together we are curious and ask why. Collaborate to reach the pinnacle. Now unleash your true potential. Unleash your true potential. Okay, now I can see that all of you guys connected with that line. All these years have passed and the screen is all you see. Yeah? So let's learn that bit. All these years have passed, yet the screen is all you see. Sing!
All these years have passed,
Yet the screen is all you see. Unleash yourself and see what you can be. Unleash yourself and see what you can be. Take another hand and step out of your comfort zone. Do that.
take another's hand and step out of your comfort zone.
Open up your mind and the whole world is yours. It is, truly is. Open up your mind and the whole world is truly yours. Come on, let's hear you sing that. Open up your minds and the whole world is yours. Now let's do that together. All these years have passed and the screen is all you see. Unleash yourself and see what you can be. Take another hand and step out of your comfort zone. Open up your mind and the whole world is yours. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we fly. Together we are curious and ask why. Collaborate to reach the pinnacle. Now unleash your true potential. Now unleash your true potential. Now unleash your what? Exactly. You like that? Thank you. Give yourselves a big hand. It's your song. You guys wrote the words. Woo! All right. Okay, now we handed some chits over to you guys. I hope you have that. If you can open it.
Yes.
No saying the word. Yes,
Friends who don't have chits, please wave at me. Okay, come here,
Those who
come
don't
here,
have
come
chits,
here.
come take from here. Come in front. Those who don't have chits, come take it front.
No.
No, please don't yell out the instrument name.
You're going to play it or make the sound?
You can't call out the name. You have to act like you're playing it. You have to act like you're playing it. You can't show the chit. Put your chit in the pocket.
Okay, friends who haven't yet received their chit, please come
Okay, if
to
you'll
me.
have found your teams and if all the team members are there, put your hands up and say the name of your instrument. I see the drums have the most number of people to gather already. Any other
Only
instrument?
3 of y'all. Oh no.
Mouth organ also. Mouth organ is really strong here.
No.
How do you play the guitar?
Guitar
That is not
disqualified.
guitar, that is violin. Which one? Piano. Where's the sound? Yeah. Where's the sound?
Piano is ready.
Piano
Guitar.
is ready.
3 people only. Okay. Veena is here. Keyboard is here. Piano is here. Okay, ma.
Yeah.
Oh, saxophone also is here. All right, please go there. Find your spot. Veena. Violin. Okay, violin is there. Okay, Veena is here. Tramarine. It's ready? Okay, tambourine, there. Okay. Please group yourself.
Mouth
Yes.
organ.
Guitar,
Yes.
please find a group for yourself. Group yourself. A space there. Find us.
Yes, y'all can find your places.
Trumpet, all the same.
All your guitars, can y'all go to the left?
Okay, so
and find a
this is
spot there.
Veena and? No. Friends, Veena separate, trumpet separate. Yes.
The orchestra comes later.
Yeah. Trumpet separate, Veena separate. Tabla, anga abde. Tabla, yes. Piano full, the whole middle row is yours. Wonderful. Have it. All right. Okay, guitar is on my left. Veena.
All the trumpets are here. Violin, mouth organ is right here. Mouth organ, have you all taken a place?
Please
Okay,
find a place for you all
super.
to sit. Sit. Veena, please
Mouth
go sit
organ,
down.
no? Guitar,
Trumpet,
piano.
please go sit down.
Piano.
As a
piano,
group, as a group.
Piano, can you take a place there, please?
Please sit as a group. Hey, Dolak, I never heard anybody was. Dolak,
Oh,
please.
Dolak. Oh, Dolak is going to be the problem today.
Go there. Sit with your teams. Yes.
Dolak has the highest energy.
Yes. Okay.
If you all can take your places as a team, it would be...
Please sit as a team.
Because the next activity you're going to do as a team, and if you don't know the person in your team, please introduce yourself.
Yes.
And get to know the other person, because that quiz is going to be about your teammates.
Okay. Please check your chits. I'm pretty sure there's one person who thought violin is guitar and is sat with the guitar people happily. All right. Okay. Guitar, the whole guitar is there?
Okay, now we're going to call out the instruments and you're going to tell us where you're seated. Piano. That entire grunge. Okay. Guitars. Guitar is a pretty large group. Yeah, guitars. Okay, lovely. Veena. Okay, oh, Veena. Veena, my favorite group already. Mouth organ. Okay, brilliant. All of you are so pleasant. Give me a shout out, mouth organ. Oh. The violin. We expect more violins from you. And what are the other instruments that we have? Tabla. Tabla. Put up your hands, please, tabla. Where is the rest of your team? That's it. Please come here, tablas. Maracas, tambourine. Oh, that's a large group. And Yala? Dholak, yes. Okay. Drums. Can you hear a shout out? Shh is not drums, yeah. Exactly. Okay, so now we're going to have a fun activity based on your team. This is an activity that you have to do as an individual as well as a team. Okay, so the team that finishes first is going to get 50 points. And chocolates. Excitement, chocolates. Dairy milk, no excitement. Okay, so what you'll do all your days or lives is coding. Now we want you to decode. Okay, you're going to get a slip of paper. Each of you are going to get one slip of paper. What you need to do is decode the line, decode it. It's part of the song, and then you paste it in order. And once you finish pasting it, you will hold it up, and then we will come and we will make you sing the song right where you are. You excited? Oh, come on, guys. You excited? Okay, now can we have the volunteers taking out one song per team? Don't open the envelope. Okay, open the envelopes already. You can decode it and write it behind the slip itself and paste it. We will give you A3 sheets and glue sticks for you to paste it. You can use your mobile phones. The legend will be displayed on your monitors shortly. Once you get the legend, you can use that to decode the song. Is it tough? I don't think so. I can see already half of you all decoded the song. Are we ready to start? Does everybody have an envelope? Does everybody have an envelope? Okay, once you finish pasting the song on the sheet and you hold it up, that is when it will be considered done. One person can hold up the sheets. Now we are giving you the A3 size sheets and glue sticks for you to stick your song on. Not yet. Okay, they can't start. The legend is not yet up on the screen. They can open it and see. Okay, now you all can open up your envelope, take one line of it, each. Laptop is not working on. Does anybody have a HP laptop charger by any chance? HP laptop charger, can you please? Charger, no? Okay. The songs are in English and Hindi. 1 minute, we'll give you that. That has to be displayed. That is why we need the laptop charger. We've run out of charge. Okay, Kenny, can you go around? Is the legend on your phone? Can you go around, just show the each team the legend on the phone? Robbie, can you show the legend on the phone? They can scan it and take it. And they're going to now sing the song for all of us. Wait, let me pause. Come here, Mike. I'll play for you. Yes, I will. Yeah. Show me. It's just a feeling. Tell me why I can't be there where you are. Life. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Team Drums. Yes, come on. We are waiting for the others. Can the volunteers please hand over the chocolates to Team Drums? Team Drums walking away with the first prize of Dairy Milk chocolates. Anybody else has finished it? Okay, we are going to close this in another 5 minutes. If you all are done, just hold it up. Yes. Tabla. After them, what is the song? Come on, sing it. Turn the radio on, Friday night, it won't be long. I won't be long. Baby, brilliant, yeah! Next. Rocking, team tabla. Chocolates is for first place. Team Dolak has done it again and again. Okay. Come this way. तुम पास आए, यूं मुस्कुराए, हमने न जाने क्या सपने दिखाए। अब तो मेरा दिल जागे न सोता है, क्या करूँ हाय, कुछ होता है, क्या करूँ हाय, कुछ होता है। Thank you, Team Dolak. Next.
चलो भाई चॉकलेट
Team Veena. Oh, now it's okay, whatever order. First place is already taken. Every night in my dream, I see you, I feel. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. This is the favorite part, come on. If wherever you are, I believe that my heart will go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Yes, Steve. Yes, next one. Which? Mouth organ. Which one? Oh, come on. How many of you Kannadi guys actually here? Come this side. Okay. Yeah. Come on. ನಿಯತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲಾಹಲ ಬಂದಾಗಲೇ ನಿನ್ನಿಂದಲೇ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆ. Your team name? Trumpet. Which one? Which song? Stand by me. Sing from the chorus. Good darling, stand by me. Stand by me. the name of your team? Team.
This one team.
Team Tambourine has finished.
Okay.
Just a chorus, please. 1, 2, 3.
May you girl, I'm fellow. Oh. What you gonna girl? Just let me know. You can be my chammak chalo. Loud. Nach ke dikha do. Tera
गिरा दे ना जाऊं आँखियों में आँखियाँ मिला दे कर दिखा चलो भी मैं चमक चलो ओ
And we have the team with a lot of violence. Piano also is ready. Okay, we'll finish violence and come to piano. Violence, please, can you come here? What team violence? What is your song? Ah. Yes. अच्छा चलता हूँ दुआओं में याद रखना Thank you, Team Violence. That was a violent performance. Last, we have the pianos, not the last, but always save the best for the last, yeah?
Last but not the least.
Last but not, definitely not the least. Team Piano.
Open lyrics on one.
Which one?
It's a chammak chalo.
Oh, same song. Exactly. Comparison. Sing the verse now.
Guys,
Team Guitar. What's the song? Team Guitar. Which song? Okay, come on.
ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳವಳು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಡ್ತಾಳವಳು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಡ್ತಾಳವಳು ಮರಿನಾ ನೀ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿನಾ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿನಾ ಕದ್ದು ಕದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ ನೀನು ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ನೀನು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ನೀನು ಕದ್ದು ಕದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ ನೀನು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಇಲ್ದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ನೀನು ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನೀನು ಯಾಕೋ ಕುಂತಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಂತಲ್ಲೇ ನಿನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದು ನಿಂಗೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳೋರಿಲ್ಲ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಮರಿನಾ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಜಿಂಕೆ ಜಿಂಕೆ
ಜೈ ಬಾಲಯ್ಯ.
That was a special performance. Thank you. Thank you, Team Guitar. I think you'll deserve a chocolate for this. Yes, for the special performance with the dance and everything. I think y'all have to get a chocolate. Team Guitar, can you give a loud round of applause for Team Guitar, please? Girish, we have 5 more minutes. Okay. Okay. I usually do this. If we can all just be seated in our places for the next 5 minutes, and we are done. 5 minutes and we are done. Can we take our places? Okay. This is an activity that really means a lot to us. It's a really de-stressing activity, and it's an activity that's very, very close to WAM, and what WAM is trying to do is we want to get into corporates to release the stress, to keep the stress levels down, and we're doing everything. And so the next 5 minutes we are just going to spend in meditating. If all of you all can settle down, in your places, please sit comfortably wherever you are. I would really like you to relax, close your eyes, and just feel the moment. Please settle down, close your eyes, and let's be in this moment. Let's be in this moment of all the days, of all the places, of all the ways or all the places that you could have been. You are here today. I want you to take this time to really calm yourself down. Take a deep breath and let it out. Don't worry about the noise around you. Don't worry about anything around you. Just be in the moment. Just be within yourself. There are so many things around us stressing us out. There are so many things around us that bring us pain, but yet we have so much to be grateful for. You are alive. You have a job. You have shelter. You have food. And I think, and every day of our lives, we have to be grateful for what we have, grateful for what we have achieved. Because when you sit with an attitude of gratitude, that's when you will be able to understand what your true potential is and release it. So I want you to take this time to think. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself. Feel the energy within you. Take all the pain, take all the sadness, take everything, take all the hurt, bundle it, throw it over your shoulder. And think of all the things that you have achieved so far. And with an attitude of gratitude, I want you to think about what you see yourself as, to see your true potential, to see that you are here today, you are here amongst a lovely bunch of people. And you've met people today, you've interacted with people today, and you have so much more to be grateful for. So let's take this. Life is not here by chance. We are not here by chance. We are here because there's a true purpose for each one of us. And the moment we realize that purpose is the moment that we truly release our potential. And as you take deep breaths, I want to calm yourself down and focus on yourself. Focus on your breathing. want you to say thank you to yourselves. Take a deep breath and release all the stress that's there in your head, in your mind. And as you're ready, I want you to open your eyes and just lift your hands up and say thank you. Thank you. You've been a lovely, 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 lovely audience. And it was such a pleasure. Vamos, thanks. Vam, thanks. Girish for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Girish.
I think everyone rejoiced this moment. I really love music. I'm very passionate about music. And I want to thank Timmy and the whole team for coming here and gracing this event. So thank you so much and all the best. Thank you. So now, I think today when people were writing these songs, we have one ACE community member who have also written a poem. Would you like to read that poem? Yeah. Yeah, come on to the stage.
Hi everyone. Good evening. Suma here. Yeah, actually it might sound very small or trivial, but this gives me a lot of joy and excitement to write small lines wherever I am. So it's a passion I have lately realized. So here it goes. When VAM team asked us to write, on this unleashing your true potential makes you achieve exponential. Each one of us are exceptional. Let our success be sensational. Atlassian community is phenomenal. ACE attends are hard to miss ritual. Being here is always recreational. Surprise gift make it more special. Thank you. Thank you for listening this. Yeah. That gives me a lot of energy and you all made my day. Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. That made our day as well. So thanks, Suma. Now I would request Gokul. He's very special to me. He's a good friend. We worked together for over 10 years. Yeah. And then, so he's leaving India and going to Germany. So this could be the last song of the season, especially from India. So let's try and catch up in the future as well. So I wanted to give an opportunity so that he could entertain you before leaving India.
Thank you so much, Girish.
Here's that. Thanks. Ready? Yep.
కాలని పట్టుకు వదలనన్నవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు ఆ చూపులనల్లా తొక్కుకు వెళ్ళకు దయలేదా అసలు నీ కళ్ళకి కవలి కాస్తాయే కటుకల నా కలలు నువ్వు నులుముతుంటే ఎర్రగ కంది చిందే నేసగలు నా ఊపిరి గాలికి ఉయ్యాలుగుదు ఉంటే ముంగురులు నువ్వు నెట్టస్తే ఎలా నిట్టూర్చబట్టే నిష్ఠురపు విలవిలలు సామజవర గమన నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా సామజవర గమన నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా నీ కలని పట్టుకు వదలనవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు ఆ చూపులనల్లా తొక్కుకు వెళ్ళకు దయలేదా అసలు Make some noise, guys. What is this? Thank you. Any of you can dance? Come on. Come on stage and dance. Come. தஞ்சமா என்னென்னி வண்ண சின்னலண்ட என்னல வசமா அரே நாகாலே தகிலினா நானீதே தரிவினா உலகவா பலகவா మామా ఎంతో ప్రతిమాలిన ఇంతేనా అంగన మదిని మీదు మధురమైన మనవిని వినుమా సామజవర గమన నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా సామజవర గమన నిన్ను చూసి ఆగగలనా మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా నీ కలని పట్టుకు వదలనవి చూడే నా కళ్ళు ఆ చూపులో నల్లా తొక్కుకు వెళ్ళకు దయలేదా అసలు నీ కళ్ళకి కవలి కాస్తాయే కట్టుకల నా కలలు నువ్వు నుల్లుముతుంటే ఎర్రగ కంది చిందేనే సెగలు థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్
of the today's event, and thank you everyone. Before that, so I would like to call Tamanna on the stage to hand over gift vouchers to our speakers today. So first, I would like to call out Jason Jab Kumar, who is our technical engineer from Innov. And then Jen Kuneshi is a technical lead from Innov. Gokul, please come onto the stage. You have a special gift for today and wonderful song. Thank you, Tamanna. And Jason won the first presentation. He left. Unfortunately, he wants to catch a flight. And then I want a big shout for Team Warm, for Warmies, Timmy. So we tried something new in our last, so we started our events from last 4 or 5 years, and then this is the first time we started, and Giri suggested, so let's do something new. But this event, definitely it is completely different than what we hosted in our previous events. Thank you, team. And it was a very lovely session and very energetic and very collaborative as well. Thank you. And then I would like to thank Girish and Vishnu, who's my co-leads, and to organize this. And then, of course, our community manager, Tamanna. So we call her as Anadata. Yeah, thank you, Tamanna. And then I would like to thank the special team here, the Robert and team, so who took the most of the efforts of this event. See, organizing this AV setup. So they started yesterday evening and it went till 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. and Girish was also there, of course. But they took most of the effort and they made this event very successful. So without AV, this proper setup, this might not be that kind of potential, yeah? Thank you, Robert and team. And of course, I want to thank the Marriott and team. So such a lovely ball hall, and everything is good. So for the food and hospitality and everything. And finally, thank you all, for all community members to join with us the whole day you spent. And one more thing, today we extended, actually we used to conduct till 12:30, but today we organized till 3:30. We want to see how it goes. But of course, we have other events we included and it went well. Thank you one and all to attended today event. And next we have a, not selfie, it's a groupie. So let's take one picture and then where you are, and photographer will take a groupie from here.